Hey guys, can you see me? Can you hear me? Just want to make sure everything's okay. I tried to start this out with OBS on StreamYards, but for some reason the bandwidth wasn't doing so hot. So I decided to shut down OBS. Can you hear me okay? Just put one in the chat or just let me know if you can hear me. Okay, NWI Diver says yes. So you can see me, hear me. Looks like the stream status is good now, which is good. All right. Welcome, guys. Much love and respect. Welcome to the Cross the Pond edition. I was supposed to have special guest Gemma from Gemma's Journey Grace, but she hasn't answered. I reached out to her to see if she was ready, and she hasn't responded. So I hope everything's okay with her. So we're just going to open this up to maybe a panel day. I think that would be totally cool. It's great to see each and every one of you. I do want to say hello to some of you that have already said hello in the chat. First and foremost, numero uno in the list is Ralph Morick, number one in the chat. Good thumbs up and a high five for that. Jenny O'Brien, great to see you. How's life treating you today? It's a beautiful Sunday. No matter where you are, it could be crappy outside. Life is what you make it. And if it's beautiful inside, it's beautiful. That's the way it is. Angela Critters, much love to you, much respect. Tales of the Solstice, great to see you. Terra Firma, great to have you here. As our numbers continue to grow, make sure that you are sharing this out. It would be greatly appreciated. NWI Diver, much love to you, love and respect. I hope life is treating you well as well today. Let's keep on going. Mr. Fulton Mirez, it's been a while, but it is great to see you. 2 thumbs up and a great big high five. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Nathaniel Lee, love and respect. Great to see you, Nathaniel Lee. Yayos. Terra Firma, the connection is good now. I can smell you. Ha, ha, ha. Well, oh, boy, I guess I should take a shower, huh? Well, it is good to see each and every one of you. I hope life's treating you well. Let me go ahead and throw out an invite. What the heck? Let's throw out an invite. You know, if anybody wants to come up and shoot the breeze, it would be awesome. Any topics that you want to discuss would be awesome too. I want today to be positive. I want this to be a positive stream. You know, I was in Premier Hell's stream earlier, and the guy just he reeks of positivity. He is a very positive person, and he had a great stream. He had me up on his panel for a little bit, and we need more positivity on YouTube. So there. Oh, somebody said congratulations to Mr. Fulton Mirez. So let's take a peeky and see what people are congratulating him for. I got in 7th place in the Special Olympics state bowling or state game bowling yesterday. You know what that means? Booyah! That is totally awesome. I hit the camera again. Darn it. That camera, I'm telling you what, Logitech makes an indestructible camera. I love it to pieces. So let's talk, guys. If you guys want to come on up, shoot the breeze, let me know. Normally I have music if it's just me, but I want to have a panel today. You know what I mean? I want some camaraderie because it's the holiday season, and why not? You know what I'm saying? So there. More positivity? I better go then. Oh, come on, Terra Firma. Come on. You can take it. You got broad shoulders, right? Yeah. Go Fish Office. Much love to you. Thumbs up and a high five. Oh, my goodness. Looks like a lot of people left. I don't know if I scared people away with wanting to be positive, but oh, well. That's the way it's going to be. It's going to be a positive day. Life is what you make it, and I'm going to try to make it great today. And hopefully with all y'all. So let's see. Michigander guy. Michigander guy? Is this Michigander man? Did you change your name? Well, either way, it's good to see you. Wow. Are you Michigander man in like reincarnated? Did you change your name? That is super cool. Now I got to go check. Michigander Man is one of the awesome channels, guys, that you should check out if you haven't done so already. Nope, Michigander Guy is a completely different dude from what I can tell. That is super cool. I'm going to go ahead and subscribe to your channel and check out your content. Nice. Yayos. Dirty D's. Dirty D's. Happy Sunday to you. Life's treating you well today. Yayos. Jeffrey. Oh, Jeffrey Halliamas. Yes. Helms, yes, it's good to see you. Hope life's treating you well. Hey, there's Eileen. Eileen, great to see you. I hope you're having a fantastic day. We're back up to 8, guys. We're back up to 8. We were up to 8 or 9, and then we dropped down to 4. I'm like, at what point did I scare people away? I don't know. I got to think about that. Maybe I'll have to rewatch. Was I picking my nose? I don't know. Anyway. Let me go ahead and put that link out again. If anybody's interested in coming on up, saying hello, shooting the breeze. Sometimes the best discussions come from people on the panel. So it's nice to have people up on the panel every once in a while. Thank you for everything. I emailed you back. I'll check that out, Go Fish Office. I hope you got both of my responses. You know, I love you to pieces, and I know you've been going through some hard times, especially this time of year. It's a terrible thing to happen to you. I'm not going to go into it because I don't think you want me to, but I just hope it turns around for you real soon, because this is not the time of year to be dealing with that kind of stuff, you know. Terraformer says, I took up your offer and sent you an email. I apologize. No, don't worry about it. Terraformer, listen. I have not had a chance to read your email yet, but I will. I promise you, I will do it probably after the stream, and I will get back to you. I promise you. And, you know, Go Fish Office, anybody that emails me, I do my best to respond. I may not get it right away because I don't check my emails frequently, and I probably should. But Nathaniel Lee says, I'm having a bad day. We have to shoot a what? We have to shoot a cow goes lamb. I'm not sure exactly what you mean by that. But I hope your day turns around, Nathaniel Lee. That, you know, nobody deserves to have a bad day, especially on a weekend day. Oh, Endless Vlogs. Welcome, my friend. Thumbs up and a high five. Psh, great to see you. Hope life's treating you well. Yayos. Phone call. I'll be back. No worries. Cool beans. Does nobody want to come up and say hello, talk, shoot the breeze for a little bit, see what's going on? But, you know, we were talking earlier on Premier Hell's stream about like positivity and negativity and how YouTube seems to be consumed lately with a lot of negative stuff, you know, and I have to agree. There's a lot of internet bullies out there. There's a lot of people out there that just want to create that environment where it disrupts a good live stream or a good channel, wants to elicit that emotional response from people. And to that, you know, time, experience has taught me that those types of people get their kicks off of that sort of stuff. And the best way to combat that is to not react to it at all. You know, don't give them the time of day. If they damage your channel or hurt your channel, or if it's something that you feel that you need to respond in some way, shape, or form, don't respond to them directly, because if they're being trollish, you know darn well they're not going to reciprocate by being kind to you for reaching out to them to try to resolve the issue. Just reach out to YouTube and simply, you know, report them. Don't give them the time of day, and then just continue moving on. Trust me, they will lose their power mightily quickly. And if you get botted, if people get botted with dislikes and things of that nature, hide your dislikes. Just hide your dislikes, hide your likes. You know, the button's still there for people to either like or dislike your live stream, but it takes away people's power to be able to bot you, you know what I mean, to elicit that emotional response. So I had to get that off my chest, because there's just, you know, there's too much going on in the world. You know what I'm saying? We have lives. We only have one life to live. And, you know, why let people that have had, and these sort of people have had difficult times in their lives. They've failed either at YouTube or they've failed at something else in their life. and they're frustrated with it, and now they're taking it out on someone else. You know, those types of people need love. I mean, you can kill them with kindness too, but those types of people want to see the world burn. You know what I'm saying? So just kind of watch out for that. Sorry, I got on a bit of a rant, guys. My sincere apologies. Let's go ahead and continue and see what you guys put in the chat. Looks bare behind you. Yeah. I went ahead and did some renovating. You know, so now we got the love seat behind me, just in case I have someone here that will may want to stop by and actually do like an interview or do like some sort of collaboration together. I think that'd be so cool. Not to mention, it's a perfect spot for Sky and whatever other kitty or animal wants to relax and kick back. You know what I'm saying? So as you can see, it's pretty comfortable. You know, both sitting there relaxing, hanging out with each other. Premier Hal Red, and I see someone in the basement. All right, let's go ahead and pull him up.
Hello.
Scrub it, Ralph. Welcome, my friend.
I figured nobody's coming up. Let me ruin the day.
I felt all alone, man. It's like I put out the link once, twice, 3 times. It's like maybe it's like a dance type of thing. You know, the music starts, the dance floor is open, the lights are all flickering everywhere. One person needs to come up, and then the rest will show up.
I guess.
Thank you for being that first person, Ralph.
Yeah, no problem. I was scrapping all day. I still am, actually. I got a whole box full of these like fuse things, and these all have like brass and copper and silver contacts in them. So I'm taking all the silver contacts out. I don't have a lot yet, but there's a bundle.
That doesn't look like a lot, but it actually is a lot. You guys, he probably took apart like 20 or 30 of those things to get what he's got.
Yeah, something. And I got a whole box. A friend of mine came by. Yeah, they're throwing this away at work. You want to have it? Yes, please.
Well, yeah. I just want to say welcome, Raiders. It is great to see you guys. Jason Childers Gaming Channel, welcome. Great to see you. R5 Adventures, great to see you. Nomad Unbroken, great to see you. Uncle Sam 72's up into his house. Let's see. Did I miss anybody? Yes, I did. Bounty by observation. Much love, respect, thumbs up, and a high five.
Hello, Bounty.
Yes, sir. Hope everything's going well. Tom Andrews, it's always a pleasure, my friend. Great to see you. Premier Hell, there's the architect himself right there. Thumbs up, high five. You know, you're more than welcome on the panel anytime. If you want to come up as well, Premier, I put out the link. It is basically an open invitation. So I will go ahead and put out the link again, just in case anybody else wants to join the party. Let's see. Everything Spicy's in the house. Great to see you. And view this. Once, twice, 3 times a lady. Love it. Great to see you, bud. Thumbs up and a high five. Raffle Scrapper. Thumbs up and a high five. And our Private Adventures is in the house.
Hello, Crystal.
What's up? Hey, Ralph.
Hey, first thing I noticed when you came on is that your logos, everything Spicy and all that is in the right direction.
Yeah.
You figured it out, huh?
Figured it out.
That is awesome.
Yeah. Last night it wasn't going the right direction though on my streams. I don't know what happened last night, but it's the right way now.
It's because StreamYard is flipping everything around, so that if you like raise your right hand on the screen, you're seeing your right hand, like you're supposed to see from that side, and not your left hand. So because if I'm pointing this way, I'm actually pointing the wrong way. You know?
Right.
Yeah.
And if you flip that around, all your text goes backwards.
We got to get a Gill Skills logo up there, R5.
Yes, you need to get a Gill Skills logo on your wall.
Me too. Yes.
Everything Spicy. What's up? Tom Andrews. What's up? Bounty by observation. What's up?
How was your Thanksgiving, Crystal?
It was amazing. We had no leftovers.
Wow.
These people were pigs, I swear. I made all that food, and I'm like, okay, we're going to have food tomorrow. I got like a bowl of mashed potatoes, and that's it in my fridge.
The mashed potatoes always seem to be the leftovers. We cook 10 pounds worth of mashed potatoes every year.
I cooked one full bag, and I thought, okay, I'm going to have a ton of mashed potatoes. I got one small bowl. That's it. One small bowl. So yeah, like and it's even worse. Like everyone's saying they were so stuffed after eating, and everyone's like, "I'm so stuffed," and they pull out the pumpkin pie, and it's like, this pumpkin pie is gonna last. No, the pumpkin pie was gone 10 seconds later, and my father-in-law's girlfriend brought chocolate dipped pretzels, a whole big gallon bag full. I'm like, okay, those will last till tomorrow at least. No, those were gone.
Well, at least you didn't have any waste, and I'm sure those mashed taters will disappear in short order. Grace, my God, Casma Black the Bunny, great to see ya.
Yeah, I didn't have to put much away, but I still have cleaning to do.
Yeah, the cleaning. Oh my God, the cleaning after Thanksgiving. After you host a Thanksgiving dinner, it almost seems like a tornado went through your house.
You do a ton of cleaning beforehand, and then you do Thanksgiving. It's like, why not even bother cleaning beforehand? It looks the same again.
Look at all that coppery unschooling.
This is good stuff.
Oh,
that is a full and a half of copper.
That is uncoated copper goodness for his melting desires.
Yes, exactly.
So do you just melt all your copper and utilize it for stuff you make, or do you actually cash the copper eventually?
I only cash in the stuff that I can't really melt, like insulated wires that are not interesting to strip, circuit boards, sheet steel, and iron bits and stuff. Basically, copper, brass, aluminium, zinc, lead. What else was there? Tin. That's what I keep.
Do you get a lot of that? Do you get a lot of lead?
Lead, not so much. I did get some roofing lead at a customer I was at who said, I have like a couple of rolls left over from renovations, and that ended up being 30 kilograms of lead, which should be like 66 pounds.
Wow.
So, I got a hell of a lot of those muffins made. Basically, one muffin is like 2 pounds, I guess.
The only time I had found any lead when I was scrapping was there was this roll. I mean, it was old, like it wasn't even a roll. It was like something that had been taken out, super old house, and it was in the dumpster. So I grabbed it. It was wire. It was solid wire. It wasn't braided, but it was encased in like a lead insulation. And I'd never seen that before. So
that's really old. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh gosh, yes. So I cut down the middle and I took the lead out of it and, took the copper and all that. I thought it was a really good find. It was like 20 feet of it.
Yeah, you can get quite a bit. And lead acid batteries. But if you're going for money, then it's worth more just to turn those in. Yeah. Well, I take out, I break the top off, I make sure they're empty, and I get all the plates out and just clean them up and get I think I have a video even on breaking out them. But I now have, I think, 16 lead acid batteries, the small ones, that I'm going to be scrapping in a video and melting all the lead and turning them in a couple of ingots, just seeing how much lead do I get from, I don't know, 14 or 16 lead acid batteries. I scrapped the UPS that had 10 of them in there. It was a huge thing.
Looks like we have a few more people in the chat. I want to say hello to Eric. Eric Garcia is here, of course. But Hazel-eyed Eric's Vixen. Great to have you. Will B. Thumbs up and a high five for Will B. How's life treating you today, buddy? Happy Sunday. And did I miss anybody? Just scrolling up to make sure. No, I don't think I missed anybody. There we go. So, guys, any positive contributions to make the holiday season a little brighter for our viewing audience?
I don't know. I'm still thinking of a Christmas project. Last year, I made an aluminium Christmas tree with a brass star and copper decorations on it.
Sweet.
Any suggestions what I can make this time? I have no idea.
What about a sleigh, like a metal sleigh?
Oh, that would be difficult, I guess. Maybe a small one. I don't know.
No, a reindeer?
It doesn't have to be huge.
A reindeer, a bell.
There you go, a bell.
I think I still have a star mold, like about this big. Could make it out of brass. Sharpen the edges, turn it into a giant throwing star.
I do
Ralph's
have a
always thinking about making something that has multiple uses.
Yes.
First, it's Christmas. Then it's
Christmas
fall.
ornament and home defense.
Everything spicy, that has to be some of the best advice anyone could ever give. Don't ever eat yellow snow unless you make it yourself. And then you know it's not like pee. There.
Well, if you get snow, maybe I can pour some molten metal in like on like a snowman. See what happens. That might be fun.
I
We
think
rarely get snow though.
I think you'd have like a puddled mess at the very bottom. Just clean up on aisle 7.
I will say a little bit of an update, a little bit of good news. Ken has heard from the insurance company. They did forward a decent chunk of money to him in advance because of the holidays and because of everything. They did kind of meet already. And I don't know if you knew he is nearing remission.
That is absolutely amazing.
I will give that information because it's all good news.
Ken's vlogs, ladies and gentlemen. For those of you who don't know Ken's vlogs, he's gone through a lot lately. I mean, he found out he had cancer. Thankfully, he's in remission now, but recently he lost his home.
Terrible.
Yeah, if anybody wants to go on over to his channel and show him some love, even now, it'd be greatly appreciated. But I'm glad the insurance company's working with him in short order. That's awesome.
Yeah, I talked to him this morning, actually, and he said that he's already met with insurance and they're moving things along at a pretty decent clip. So
good. I'm glad they're really moving on it. Looks like we got Scrapping Together in the house. Thumbs up and a high five. Great to see you. The B Lady, Appery 9992. Great to see you, B Lady. And Baking Fun with Nadia. Indeed, will be. Indeed. Leonard Shea's in the house. Welcome, my friend. Great to see you. Great to have you. So I know what Ralph's doing. What are you doing, Crystal?
I have an annoying person right now that won't leave me alone.
Annoying person?
Oh boy, oh boy.
I posted something for free on a site, and she messaged me. She's like, "Can I come right now?" I'm like, "No, I'm busy right now because I'm not dealing with that like right this minute. Because then she'll show up. I'll have to leave and deal. You can wait." She's like, "Well, how am I supposed to pick things up if you're so busy?" Well, how am I supposed to care because you're coming to get something for free? So either you work around my schedule, or you don't get it.
Well, tell them you could leave it out by the curb and take your chances.
I kind of just lost my temper on her just now because she's like, she's literally messaged me like 10 times in a row. Like, ugh. I can come right now. No, right now doesn't work. I can come in an hour. That is message me then.
For what is it that you're getting rid of, if you don't mind me asking? It's
some like clothes and stuff I got out of the dumpster that is not going to fit anywhere in my house. So I was just giving it to someone. And I'm like, she said, well, how, and that was how she sent it to me. Said, how am I supposed to pick something up from you since you're just so busy? You don't need to pick something up. Thank you. I'll move along now. Bye.
Well, yeah, that's right. I'm going to move on to the next candidate because you're a dink.
Don't give me an attitude for something free.
Right, exactly. Or you know what? I'll just leave it on the front curb and you can take your chances.
Something about a gift horse.
I didn't say in the post that it was going to be instant pickup. I just said free, contact me to pick up. It doesn't mean I'm going to sit here and go, okay, right now you can pick it up. You want it now? Cool.
Let's see. Yes, Leonard Shea, absolutely. The festive season is upon us. That's why we're having positivity. We're having a positivity stream. That's right. Scrapping Together told me to stop it. What do you want me to stop, Scrapping Together? You tell me. Clarify.
Explain yourself.
I can stop smiling. I don't know what you mean. You got to clarify.
I found some stuff in the dumpster yesterday, Gil.
Yeah.
You could either say is very useful or a scrap man's dream. Like if you didn't want to just try to sell it or keep it, because I literally found one of those 2-person outdoor swings, one of the freestanding umbrellas, and a pack and play, all metal, but it's all brand new and still in the boxes too.
Well, the first rule of scrapping is if you could sell it, if you're willing to sell it, you're obviously going to make more money if it's intact. So yeah, great finds.
I had to jump.
For me, the first rule of scrapping is if I can't melt it, I usually don't want it.
He's like, that's too big. It's no good. Scrapping Together. Do you see what's on my screen now?
It is awesome. I'm glad you figured that out because it's really, really cool to see them on your screen like that.
I have to redo the scrapping together one because I don't like how that one looks like it's tipped upwards.
Yeah, it's hard to see, especially when you're in like a StreamYards when you're smaller.
Yeah, it's weird, like the way I can size them different sizes, which is nice. So as I get more up there, I can actually size them down or size them bigger now if I wanted. But I do have to redo that one. For some reason, that one, even though it was a straight-on picture like all the others, it still has that tip.
More kappa. Look at that. It's just mesmerizing to watch that stuff. And you wouldn't think you'd get that much out of such a small little box.
Well, the fun is if you make a big ball out of it, most of that ball is going to be air. So I made that compressor that Moose Scrapper also made a couple of months ago. And if you take like a couple of blobs and you compress that, you get a tiny little packet. And then there's still a lot of air in there. And if you then melt it down, you fill your crucible completely. And by the time it's all molten, only 1/3 of the crucible is full. So you can put more in.
If that, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have a video? I mean, obviously every melting video pretty much shows that, but have you made a video specifically to show that?
Not specifically on how. Maybe I'll do that when I'm going to be melting all this, copper hair at some point. I should do a copper melting video because most of the stuff I do is either aluminium or brass.
Yeah.
And I got some zinc and lead stuff and pewter. But I really need to do some copper related stuff.
See, seeing you on the panel just now, Ralph, I keep remembering when I see you on a panel that I do have to get over there and watch that video. I want to watch that video. I just keep forgetting about it and running out of time.
It's amazing, seriously.
But the one I made for Skillz, you mean?
Yes, I have to say, I see in that time, because I was in the stream when you unboxed it, you did a wonderful job. That thing looks amazing.
It was a lot of fun.
Video that was pixelated, so I can't imagine it in person.
The beginning was somewhat pixelated, yeah.
My father wanted me to give you major props, by the way. I actually showed him that video yesterday. I went up to his house, visited him for a little bit, showed him the video. He loved it.
Okay, well, cool.
Faith in the Fallen, much love to you. Thumbs up and a high five. You're more than welcome to come up should you want to.
I was just watching some of Maniac Varieties videos, which I missed, and I noticed that Faith in the Fallen made a theme song for him, and they did a very good job.
Oh, she does a great job.
Samantha did a good job, yeah.
She's one of the most creative people.
I got a special Faith theme song.
You got an awesome theme song, too.
You're even included in it, Gil.
I know. Expedition Greg. Thumbs up and high five. Hope your Sunday's doing really well. Great to see you.
What was I? B-Lady, I'm going to assume yes. Like, it's illegal to... like basically destroy legal tender, which is money.
Yes.
So I would say melting down copper pennies would be illegal. I'm sure there's people that may have done it.
I've heard if it's for educational purposes, it's okay. If you're melting it down, making something out of it, and then trying to sell what you made, then it's not allowed. But if you're showing the process of melting pennies and making something for the process of being educational, then it's okay. There's a lot of YouTubers that I follow that do metal melting, and one of the guys was explaining this.
It's only illegal if you get caught, so you know.
Also that. But putting the evidence against you on YouTube wouldn't be the best idea.
Yeah, exactly. You know, making a video about doing that. Now, I saw an awesome video. Not that this is directly related to scrapping, but people have taken pennies and made a floor out of it.
Yeah,
like a tile floor type of thing. People have made backsplashes out of them and taken older ones. You know, they've got that more darker copper sheen to them, and then the newer ones that are shinier, and they've made patterns in it. It's so cool.
Yeah,
kind of like pixel art, only out of like coins. Yeah,
exactly.
It's like I have to wonder though, like those machines that smash the pennies down and make them into the imprinted pennies for different places. How is that legal?
Right, that's something. Right,
exactly. I don't know. Yeah,
I don't think you can though. Expedition Greg, hello. Everything's illegal. Is only illegal if you get caught. Exactly.
Isn't that what I just said?
Essentially it's the same thing. Like dumpster diving is legal, but they can find little loopholes if they really wanted to.
B lady's like, caught? What? So has everybody got their Christmas shopping done already?
I've got to buy for all the boys. I bought for Autumn, but I have not bought for the boys. The Autumn is done. But that's like Scrapman helped me out immensely with Autumn's gift being done.
Oh, so that gives me a big idea as far as what you got for.
Oh, yeah. I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, no, I yes.
Well, and her nail polish encounter in my washer machine also gave me a huge gift she got. You know about the nail polish in the washing machine.
Nail polish in the washing machine?
Oh boy.
That gave some cool effects, probably.
I imagine so.
She washed her Taekwondo whites, her like $160 whites with her title on it, in the washer, and had green nail polish mixed in the clothes.
Oh.
Green. All right.
And then she dried it afterwards.
B Lady says, Floor, what is a backsplash? Over 3K are wheat ones I refuse to sort. A backsplash is something that's like on the back of like behind your sink, on the wall, or in your bathroom behind the sink, kind of thing.
A small piece of wall, basically, I guess.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's there to protect like your sheetrock. You know, if you splash.
Oh wow! You caught me right while I was letting one rip.
Wow!
I could see it coming in the in the basement, so I just thought you might want to have that shown.
I mean, I was right while I was.
Welcome,
hello, Samantha.
Welcome, Premier Hell. It's great to see you.
The Paul's in the house. How you doing, girl?
How's it going?
Gil, have you noticed that Premier started making his own face filters?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, the custom kitty.
And I've been studying this Blender stuff. You know, like learning how to do Blender, and now it's like I can already sculpt in Blender. They updated Blender to 2.8, and it made it way more easier. And the tutorials are easy to follow now. It is so much fun. If you guys ever want to have any fun, I'm thinking about just doing a live stream and just having everybody participate in my random creation. Like I literally created a couple random things and it looked really cool. The sculpting.
You really should. And for those of you that don't know what Blender is, it's a free software that you can download. I think it's an open source.
Yeah, open source. Yeah.
That you can download for free, and you can create like graphic design. You can create like 3D objects and like he said, like masks and things of that.
And
animations.
I can even show everybody how I made the filters and what I'm learning so far on a live stream. I mean, it's not going to be a tutorial because I can't tutorialize something that I'm still learning, you know, because there's going to be an easier trick, and then it's something that you'd have to script as to be a really good tutorial. And I'm learning because I'm watching people really do good tutorials, and I want to make tutorials that are just like you can quickly do exactly what you want to do, like specifically, like a niche or a niche. You know,
you'll have to teach me how to do a Skillz filter.
I could do it. You know, give me an idea. I could make your face, and I could put it on mine right now. I could take, and it gives you the tools. There's templates that will actually do it really easy. Like I made a God the Good One filter, which I forgot to display. Like, you know, I mean, and I still was trying it, and I got frustrated because it didn't have like the beard part that would hang down below the. You know, the face, like you put the mask on,
right?
You know, I wanted it to be like realistic and I got the hair, but it still looks like I couldn't curve it. So I need to make a model that I can put the texture on that will wrap around the face. And that's the kind of things that I'm learning right now as to how to make. There's more than one way to do stuff.
I'll have to revisit Blender, to be honest with you, because I checked it out about a year ago, and it all looked Greek to me.
It is, and then now. It is so much easier now. I tell you, got to take another look at it. It is a lot. It's beta now. They just came out with a way new the interface. Like now, just don't start up like a regular block. And I just watched the tutorial the other day. Just yesterday actually. I think that's all I did yesterday was watch tutorial videos. But you start off in Blender, and when you make a box, there's no points. Like it doesn't give you the resolution, they called him something to say, I can't remember the terminology of it, but it's good that I can't remember the terminology because you'd be lost if I did. But it's like little points. Like you got like you have a box. It has like that box that's drawn is in a 2-dimensional sense, but it's in a 3-dimensional area. Right. So it's like a square. So you can't use sculpting on the box if you just go to normal mode. But if you go to sculpting mode, that circular thing that it gives you to sculpt on has tons of little triangles inside there that when you start to sculpt it pulls them out of the box. And there's certain modes that you can switch to make it add more depth and detail to it and pull them out. And so it's really crazy to understand it when it comes to it's all triangles, and that's what it's based on, is pretty much all triangles. Because you can make a box out of a triangle.
B Lady she Googled Blender. I can only imagine what.
Yeah, Blender is a really fun software because you can represent anything. You can create a lot of cool stuff. So if you don't have a lot of clay to play with, you can play with Blender if you like that type of artist stuff. You want to be a creator, you can literally. I mean, I could show you right now what I did.
Everything Spicy is totally speaking what all of us are thinking.
I know. We
are not computer people, man. We're lost.
No, you don't have to be. The thing is you don't have to know a lot about computers to create something cool. You don't need to know what the zeros and ones.
If you want to see something that's made with Blender, an old version actually, look up Big Buck Bunny. I'll put it in the chat. Big Buck Bunny. There. Look up this on YouTube, Big Buck Bunny.
Now I'm going to have to look that up.
Wait, Bunny is, I think, like this.
Make sure you spell it exactly the way he said to.
Wait. Bunny. How do you type bunny? My English be difficult.
I need to see how aluminium stuff.
Yeah, you get it. Big Buck Bunny.
Oh wow.
Okay, I'm gonna join on my computer, all right?
Yeah, go for it.
He's gonna work on losing us some more.
I admire his enthusiasm. I really do.
I want a 3D animated version of my channel logo, like as an intro, like
me too.
Whoosh whoosh whoosh, and then poof, there's the logo. Something like 10 seconds short.
That would be super cool.
Yeah.
Also, Hot Melinda Paranormal Damon Broadcast Owner USA. Hello. Great to see you. Got to throw that in because every time I see her, the name gets longer and longer and longer.
Yeah, I agree. It does get longer every time.
I hope everybody's
Big Butt Bunny now.
Big Buck Bunny.
It's this big, like obese-looking rabbit.
Yeah, it's a funny clip.
So it kind of is a Big Butt Bunny.
It is a 10-minute video, so save for later, I guess.
But yeah, Blender. I mean, you can make all sorts of stuff.
I'm showing the screen on Blender right now.
Oh, hold on, I'll share it.
So this is what I created. The first, just messing around with the creation was this little frog thing. But I mean, I added this when I was playing around with it. I added when I was testing out a feature on it was that. But you go to sculpting mode, and I created like this and that. But there's this mode right here. I mean, this is what blows my mind is they don't take time to explain when you're doing a tutorial. Is they don't explain what this stuff does they go over it so fast that you just miss it. You gotta rewind it, listen, and you gotta follow along, and you'll be happy you did, because a lot of the stuff I didn't even understand. So if I go like this and I go file new and I just go general, and well, why not save? But so if I go to a box and I go, this is the part where I got stuck on, is I went straight to sculpting and nothing happens. But that's because there's nothing there for it to sculpt. There ain't no lines. And there was something that I still can't figure out what to do, is to show the textures, to show the triangles,
Yeah.
There isn't any in here. But if you go new and you go sculpting, now there's a lot of you can actually see the squares. You see them?
Yeah, tiny bits, kind of.
The little bits. Now, when I bring it out, this is.
Oh.
And I literally, and then you can add textures.
Oh, that looks bad.
Create a planet.
I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, that does not look fair.
But what I mean, you can.
You can have mirror images. Oh yeah, cool.
No, it doesn't. That's what it's cool about it. He's like, and you could turn off this. So that's I still got to.
Now he's creating something else.
Well, as long as it doesn't look inappropriate.
It looks like you have to have with 2 boobs, okay?
But
I'm being good.
Yeah, no, you're not.
I am. I'm being really good. You know, I'm really red in the face because of hay fever.
You see how it stretches it out and the squares become bigger.
Oh
You're not being good.
You're not making it easy for me now. Oh wait,
He's trying to make a face.
It's starting to look like a face now. It's starting.
Let's put a smile on that face.
I got.
That's what I was trying to do.
There we go.
Meanwhile, I'm gonna put my chicken in the oven because the oven is probably hot enough by now.
Yes, sir. All right, there we go. Perfect.
But you can make the radius bigger, typing in the number.
So once you get professional at this, I'll ask you to make me a animated video of my channel logo.
That would be cool.
I also have Blender installed. Maybe I'll do it myself.
Before I get that far into it, because there's a lot to learn.
You spent a lot of time.
The downward angle of that really looks wrong.
Really, seriously.
This is like the new version of Buddha.
That's like an owl.
I'm just gonna say I'm just gonna say for the chat that's a belly button. He definitely just has a big Audi.
Oh yeah, if you hold down shift.
It's an Audi.
If you hold down shift, you can go reverse. It's like, man, go away.
I'm sorry, guys. It's actually pretty cool to watch, and you've definitely taken a lot of time to kind of learn Blender. I might have to take a few pointers from you at some point.
And then you see if you take down the radius. Now if I take down the radius to 3 pixels.
Lady, I'm sorry. I really am.
See, now there ain't enough in there to do it. What the heck? It seems like it stopped working.
Lady.
It kind of looks like an owl or something. I don't know.
Terraforma says that if that's an Audi, that's a mutation.
It looks like an owl at the top, and
it looks like a Buddha now. He's actually making it look more like Buddha.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool.
It's very cool. Just don't grow certain parts very big like that because it just looks wrong.
It just leaves it open for like interpretation. Let's just say that, like premature, amateur.
Now you're putting a hole in it. Why?
Well, it's because it's supposed to be a bowl.
Oh,
I don't know. I'm just throwing stuff out there. I have no idea what I'm doing.
So is this how you made your cat, or is this another thing?
No, I actually how I made the cat was pretty simple. All I did was wait, I actually have the software still open, so I can show you.
He says it was pretty simple. For him, it was pretty simple. For us, we'd probably end up with a deformed-looking cat that couldn't even like.
No, it's believe me, nothing's completely simple. It takes a little bit of understanding, and
you know the one thing that throws me off with your new cat, Premier Hal?
What's that?
It's the fact that the eyes are level, and with the original, they were kind of tilted.
Oh yeah, now that you mention it.
Yeah, and that was one of the attributes that really made it look like a cat. The eyes were tilted. Yeah.
If we made a cat, our cats would all look like this. Meanwhile, he said,
if I made a cat on Blender, it wouldn't look like a cat.
See, I mean, this is what I did for the cat. So I put the hat. So I took another I mean, I took the model, and how I did that, I did it on my other live stream. I explained how to do that. And it's not that hard to understand. It comes with a lot of features in here that you just play around with. You get to familiarize what they are, and it's just like OBS. It's layers. So everything on here is a layer. The top is going to be more visible and prominent. And when you have a layer and you want to have another layer on top of a layer and not be see-through for another layer, because it's not, it's literally going to look just like a layer, even when it's 3D.
Opened all of
overlaid.
Ogres have layers.
So
onions have layers.
I told you I actually
Ogres are like
this creation, I actually added a texture to it. You know, I wanted to see over here. I did that
looks like that Star Wars dude. I
know. But this was like, if you looked at it, I brought this in from my creation. This is the creation that I brought in from Blender, and I just added some random like picture to it. And I think it was, I can't remember what it says. So this is the material, and to create material is you got to actually create a PBR and then add the texture to it. But what it does is the textures for anything look, I'll show you because it gives you a thumbnail on here.
I got news for you, Premier. You say this is easy, but for you, it might be easy. For all of us,
It's not.
It's fascinating. It really is fascinating. But I'm watching this, and it's like learning Spanish.
Yeah,
I think Spanish was easier.
I mean, when it comes to anything, like, you know, Faith of the Fallen, she's got a channel that's music and art, and you know, the rhyming and the vocals and the singing is just the same thing as computers. Like, everybody has a unique talent. You know, I don't think that this is easy in one bit. It's just
I think it's
I enjoy it, and you can't learn something unless you enjoy, you're having fun. I mean, there's no point doing something you're not going to enjoy doing. So
I think I might enjoy those nasty Oreos more than trying to learn this, honestly.
See, now I'm trying to figure out what
Oreos are bad.
And if you want to learn something, you can learn it. If you have no interest in stuff, then you're not going to learn it.
Now it looks like a mutated Thanksgiving turkey.
That's what I was about ready to say, right? All I was doing is just playing around with it. And then all of a sudden it looked like I created something. I didn't even try to create, you know? I was just playing around, and I created
the stuffing's blowing right.
So that's the thing, is you literally can create something. Now I literally created something without even trying, and it looks like a mutated turkey, an alien turkey falling down. It looks half frog, half
the stuff,
whatever.
The stuff
so
really like a blossom.
And then I could put an eyes and a face and change this from the cat. You know, I got the cat down here, so all I got to do is take this. You know, and I have no problem sharing the files that I create. You know, if somebody requests them, I'll share the files. I can put it on my web server, and I'll share these creations so people can, you know, follow along. And I mean, honestly, I tell you, I've tried to recreate these things just on purpose, and sometimes I just fall. Like when I created this, I'm going to show you. This is how hard it was. I don't really want to say
half the fun while he's working on this real quick. Half the fun is watching y'all's faces and people in the chat go, "What?"
So I didn't even add anything. But the hardest part that I did when I was creating this thing is to figure out how to get this. I mean, I wanted to get the mesh, and that looks like it's like freezing on me. Probably gonna crash, and that's another thing that I think that I crashed. Well, I didn't crash over here, but I certainly crashed over here on.
I think most people's brains have already crashed.
All right,
yeah.
We'll go back to the main screen here so people can enjoy.
B lady has a request for you, Premier. She'd like one of the B for herself.
It crashed. It crashed my Zoom. You guys can.
Oh no.
Well, while we're on the creative subject, Whispering Cauldron, also known as Carol, has had a go at my channel logo. You know, the shield with the wing. This is one that she did. This is another that she did. And let's see, I made it black, and I fiddled with it a bit. This is a cool looking one.
Bro, that's beautiful, man.
Yeah, this is Whispering Cauldron made these.
Those are great.
Have you?
Yeah.
I really like the second one.
Have you ever tried, Ralph, to actually pour like a brass mold of that?
That's focus.
Blurry.
Focus. There we go. No.
Pull it back in. Pull it back in.
Oh, wait here. There we go.
Focus, Ralph.
That's actually something that's in the works. I wanted to make it kind of like my original logo, like the shield being aluminium, the edge being brass, and the studs being copper, the big R being, again, brass or bronze. I'm not sure about the wings, but they would probably be aluminium then.
Aluminium.
I don't know.
I love how he says aluminum.
Aluminium.
It's weird. I've never seen it do that.
I don't know.
Aluminium.
I love that. I love the longer version, aluminium.
Yeah, or like
Yeah,
Nicky Pink. Nicky Pink
like-
calls it aluminanium. That's even longer.
You know that aluminanium stuff that you talk about? Yeah, that's not how I say it.
Yeah. Now it's funny because when it was first developed, it was aluminum, and the inventor or creator later turned it into aluminum, and later in aluminium, and the USA basically got aluminum, and the rest of the world uses aluminium.
It's like the more
Both are correct.
the longer the name gets, the longer
Yeah.
the name the product deserves as far as the name goes.
Well, Snap Camera and OBS crashed on me.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, they are pretty heavily demanding software programs.
Let me ask you something, Premier. I know R5 uses a green screen as well, so maybe this question will go toward both of you. But what's the ideal distance behind you that you should put a green screen for it to be optimal?
It doesn't really matter as long as you want to say this is, let's see, like I have mine like right here, but it doesn't matter as long as you can cover the whole thing and you keep the shadows off of it and keep the light as even as possible. So honestly, I'm too close to mine because you can see the shadow and that affects the green screen.
Right.
See, mine's like
the farther back you can get where you don't cast a shadow, like I don't have all my lights on, but
Container Man.
But to get a green screen,
mine's like 2 feet away, and mine seems to be pretty clear. Mine does pretty good.
yeah, because you're actually farther away. Now look, if I move, look, there's no shadows casted, so it's better that they're farther back. So honestly, my green screen should be probably way back there, and then I would be able to cast a shadow right here. But I mean, I'm in a small room, so
anyway, because you've got that usually have the mask on, the cat mask, right?
well, yeah, you can honestly. What's cool thing about Snap Camera and Zoom is you got like the virtual. You can make a virtual. You don't even need a green screen, but you know you can also on certain, so like on a Snap Camera, you can make the face like cover, you know, a certain area. Like you can customize it on Snap Cameras, like in the filters when you're creating a filter. You can make a virtual background pretty easy. Like I put the green screen behind the cat on that one. And you could do that without no filter. It would just like open up Lens Studio and throw whatever color you want, or just throw a background behind you, or throw a picture. Just pretty much you can drag and drop the picture right in and add it to the sources, drag it and drop it, and then, you know, I really just position it like a 3D object.
Dojo allotment specialist is in the house. Big welcome. Yeah. Sam, so do you have any originals that are going to be coming out before the holiday season?
A few.
Yeah.
Working on a couple. Yeah.
Nice.
We just released one.
You're looking to see you see that right there, that shadow back there. Like I can wave with my shadows waving at everybody.
Yeah, I don't see a shadow in crystals. I mean, because
you won't. Okay, see,
like on behind her, but
when it comes to similar, the less similarity you really need.
Actually, no, I don't see.
You don't have. Listen, she has so much. So her light, and I've seen her set it. So I know she's got a lot of light. It's very even back there. The lighting's coming from above, and it's just in it. I'm using LEDs, and they're pretty much like incandescents, but they're just LEDs. But they're directional kind of light beams. But when you have like a fluorescent tubing, like, you know, those are the best ones to have. you know, the fluorescence. When
Yeah.
you just have those shining down, there's no shadow. If they don't
It's like a
cast
floodlight.
shadow,
Yeah.
you're not looking to create a shadow on your mesh or on your green screen. If you
Gil seen my setup because he's been here, so he saw the lighting and everything we have down here.
now the color of green, it's a little bit darker than this would be better. You know, and it really depends on your lighting. Now the darker, just true green. Like it's hard to find true green.
Yeah, like I tried it with the color that I have on my wall, but I think it's too light of a green.
There's only one place where you can find true green. That's Ireland.
Now you could use that light green would work, but the only thing that you're here, I have to see if I can open up and show you on OBS what to do on that. It's really easy. So this is what you're going to do. I'm going to show you really quick. I'm going to see if I can share the screen if OBS doesn't crash on me. But it's just a simple setting on the filters.
You can change the green tone, so it
yeah, but no, there's a really easy when you use this. I'm going to share the screen again.
All right.
I think you helped me with the green tone the one time I was having issues for me.
Yeah, I did. Okay, so basically, I have this is all my scenes, but so you have I have my camera, right?
Yeah.
Now I'm going to go to filters, and I have my Chroma Key, but I got it set to custom. Now I don't know why the heck, but okay, look, I can actually choose. Okay, let me do this because I'm going since Snap Pen's not working, maybe I can quickly change the camera source. Camera source to my
That's true, B-Lady. You can use a blue screen as well.
That's never used.
It used to be blue screens in the olden days, and they went to green screens for all of a sudden.
I mean, you could use any color, really. You just can't. You get an environment where that color is not predominant.
So this is the thing. I always use this feature right here. So when you select screen color, so I can literally come over and grab my screen color from.
You can actually do like a different color than the green screen, then, or no?
It doesn't have to be as long as you match up the color. So I mean, if I go pick screen color, right, and well, obviously it won't let.
There is software. There is software. I'm not sure what the name of it is, but I know it's out there that you can take a photo of any color, upload it to the software or the website, and it will give you a specific code to use in your OBS for your Chroma Key.
Yeah.
The cool thing about this, what I'm talking about here is like since I can't get my camera working since I'm using it here, is like, see, I got myself right here. You can see me right here. I'm talking and you're all right here. Now, what I can do when let's just say my screen's right here, it doesn't really matter as long as you can capture the background color. Now, so I go to filters, I go to the Chroma Key, I make sure it's turned off because you don't want to have it mixing up your Chroma Key. And then when you're in the color type, you go to custom. Now the difference between this and that is the similarity won't have to be as high because it's going to be completely very close to what you have. So your similarity is going to have to go down.
Right.
Always. So you're going to be completely invisible because it's turned up so high. So when I go pick screen color and I come over to like right here, look, you see, it actually will. It'll find the color of my background on my image of my camera. And I always go to the darker because it seems to work better than the lighter. The lighter is too much white. So you go to the shadowiest area of your screen, no matter what it is. Yeah. And you just go, okay. And then you'll just use this slider is all I really ever do is just this. And I'll even use these buttons right here, the little tiny button, to protect it, to get rid of the flicker.
Right. Like the contrast and sharpness. Like
you don't have to even mess. I never really even touch the color fill. Like the defaults are perfect. 90% of the time they're perfect. I mean, you can play around with them. They might fix something for you depending on what background color you use and what shirt color you're wearing. You know, maybe your camera is not as good at relating to colors. Sometimes if you have a really crappy camera, like the other camera that I got, like really crappy when it comes to, I mean, it's really hard on this Logitech 1080p camera was a pain in the butt. It was really hard to get all the, because the frame rate was so freaking slow that it's called, and I don't even know how to change it on this one or that one. The shutter speed is so slow that it doesn't get rid of the motion blur. Or the green screen when you're moving your hands and your motion.
Yeah.
So your shutter speed is what it is. Because I was reading a tutorial, but I have no idea how to access those settings on this camera. And I haven't looked it up, and I don't even know if it's possible because I've never seen it in the settings of any camera.
Isn't that like a frame delay or something? I can't remember the exact terminology, but it is. I know what you're talking about. It is good to see you, Lois Fuller. Thumbs up and a high five. Great to have you. Great to see you.
So today's stream turned from Across the Pond edition to Tech Talk with Skillz.
Kind of.
I did say whatever topic came up, so it's fair game.
Can we let Sam talk now? Because I think she said like 2 words.
I think Sam fell asleep once or twice, so I want to hear from Sam a bit.
No, I'm fine. Samantha means one who listens, so that's just what I'm doing. I'm learning a lot.
Is that actually true? Yeah.
Yes.
Wow, that fits.
Mm-hmm.
Sam does listen a lot more than talk sometimes. Sometimes she talks a lot, but usually she does more listening.
It is true.
I want to hear her sing again.
Living up to my name. What?
I do too. I love hearing her. I could listen to her voice all day. And last night she had a live stream, and actually Justin came in and did a cameo song. I thought that was awesome.
Yeah,
I missed that.
he did a good job.
Did a fantastic job.
One of our holiday originals, and he does a great job on all
He's got a very unique voice.
Yeah.
I like it. It's a very unique voice, though. It reminds me of a singer that I know, but I can't put a name to who it is.
Sounds a lot like Bryan Adams, I think.
Yes, Bryan Adams has a similar voice. Like it's a higher type of voice. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I would agree with that.
Yep.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking. I've heard that voice before, but I can't put the name to it.
Exactly.
Mm.
Yeah, he does. I think he sounds like Bryan Adams for sure.
Everything Spicy says, bring Sam up on a panel first and she'll talk your ear off.
That's true.
That's actually a good idea for next time.
Well, I was first because nobody clicked on the link.
That's true.
I didn't see the link.
It was a dance setting. It was
I
a dance
clicked, actually, I was the
setting.
first one to click on the link. I was just busy and I didn't want to come up in the middle of something.
Understandable. But Ralph came up and then everybody else followed.
I got a message from NWI saying Gil's looking for a panel member if you're not busy. So I said, I came in the chat. I just said, hey, you want a panel member because I didn't see the StreamYard link. You didn't respond because you're on some sort of rant, which I don't know what the rant was about. And then Ralph popped up. I'm like, well, I was waiting for a link.
Tyler Wood, Bushcraft's great to see you. Yeah, sorry about that. I got on a rant. We were on a live stream with Premier Hell earlier today, and we started talking about, positivity on YouTube, and there not being much of it, and just not letting the negativity affect you. And it's a sore subject. So, everybody works hard on their channels to get where they are. You know what I mean? To interact with people and network and to grow and to, do everything they do for their channel, and I hate to see it get torn down because of a bully.
No, because somebody has something not nice to say about your channel and then wants to say something that you think, or they're their opinion and it's not very good about what you're doing. And I don't like that. And when it comes to like whatever, it's like, I don't want it on my channel. If you have something bad to say about even anybody, I don't want it on my channel. I mean, keep that stuff away from me, because I have to say that if you think that you're higher and above everybody, I don't know where you're at, but I'm on Earth. I mean, I thought, and I don't feel any better than anybody else on this channel. I might know certain things differently, but I am just another person on YouTube, and we have everything. Everybody is. There's plenty of room in here on this planet for all of us.
It's true.
And I have nothing against anybody. and I'm not going to harbor that. You're not going to bring it to my channel, or I'm not going to be welcoming or saying hi to somebody. And it's like, I want people to say hi to everybody. I want people to get along, but don't come into my channel saying something that somebody made you mad, or this person's done this to that, or you provoking them secretively, or it's like an innuendo. Don't bring
passive aggressive trolling, I would call it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, don't bring something that don't bring your innuendos to my chat, against somebody else in my chat. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of that going on where secretly, I'm kind of guilty of it, but even myself, I've done it, but try not to, you guys. I mean, sometimes we play and sometimes we kid, but we take it too far. I've done it.
B-Lady's going to send Faith in the Fall in a song.
I don't like it when it's hurtful. Don't like the hurtfulness of it.
Lovely Lisa Warrior Queen, welcome. Great to see you.
Well, unfortunately, with everything that was going on, like Mike essentially stepped away from the channel. He doesn't want anything to do with it.
And that's crazy. I mean, constructive feedback is one thing. Like if you get somebody that comes in and watches your channel regularly, or even if they comment for the first time, I really don't care. If you have something to say that's constructive, hey, I don't like this. Maybe try it a different way, or here's a different way to do it. That's one thing. But if somebody's directly attacking you with no constructive resolution, to me, that's trolling.
Or just trying to provoke you in a secretive way.
Yeah. I mean, trolls, like I said earlier, they're looking for an emotional response.
Yes.
From you.
Nobody's done it to me, but I've seen it happen on my channel, and I've seen people do it to others. And I don't even think, because I do stuff that I don't realize, and I mean, I don't even take it as like I'm attacking them, or anything. Like I played around, but I never, in any intention, have I ever tried to make somebody feel bad. Like I play around. I try to get everybody just to realize it's all in fun and all in whatever. Yeah. I really don't. There ain't nobody I hate at all. I might hate what you do sometimes, like in life or even on YouTube, but I don't hate you, and I never will.
Hate's a strong word. You don't hate the person, you hate the behavior, like you said.
That's exactly what I was trying to.
Yeah, and hating a person or saying that you hate a person. Not you, Premier. I'm just saying in general. But if you hate a person, or say you hate a person, that implies you're giving up on the person, and that's not what we as human beings do. You know what I mean? Even if somebody's a troll,
I don't hate trolls either. I just hate what they do sometimes. But there's funny trolls.
Wouldn't you agree?
Sorry, Skillz. I just totally.
You're awesome, totally, Premier.
What were you saying, bud?
No, what were you saying? Oh my God. Really awkward.
Everyone has the capacity to change. Doesn't mean they can be forgiven for what they've done in the past, but everybody has the capacity for that redemption. Yeah. So the hate word implies giving up on someone, and I try not to use it. I'm guilty of using it, but I try not to.
Yeah.
Well, the reason I am on YouTube is to be entertained and to learn stuff. And if everybody would look at it that way, it would be a much better place.
That's exactly what I
learn, teach, and be entertained.
Learn and get entertained. If you can entertain while you teach, you're freaking killing it.
That's right.
Exactly.
Ralph,
and Faith Fallen and R5, you guys are always teaching me new things. And Ralph, you too. Like, you're entertaining. Skillz, you guys are all freaking always in there entertaining and educating.
PM
follow suit.
Welcome.
Yeah, it's like just all the all the stuff, Gil, but just all the stuff. It's like Mike just kind of, he's like, I'm not having fun with this. It's stressing me out. I don't want to do it anymore. I want nothing to do with the channel. I had to pull him in on the last video we did for the fan mail that is coming out tomorrow or Tuesday. Because the fan mail was for him. I'm like, you need to open this.
See, I've been there, R5. I've been there to the point exactly. I was just there when some stuff hit the thing, and I felt very and then I made a couple mistakes, and I felt really ashamed of it, and I was like bothered by it, and I really don't even recognize all the mistakes I made. Like, I was just being totally I was being myself, but sometimes you can't be like completely intoxicated when you're on other people's live streams.
Well, I mean, and there's a difference between someone like you and me. Everybody does it. Everybody's like that. People make mistakes. I mean, I talked over you earlier, and I feel bad for that. The point is you and people like, in the chat and the panel here, we own up to our mistakes and we move on. We acknowledge them.
Mm-hmm.
There are some people who just don't give a shit. I'm sorry about the French, but it's true. Some people just don't care and will keep doing it anyway.
Yeah, I don't want to offend anybody. I don't want to offend anybody. I can't make everybody happy. So I'm nowhere in my brain think that I can make everybody happy.
But that's not going to stop you from trying.
No, that's not going to stop me from trying. I could try. I mean, it doesn't say, oh, well, I'm going to give up and just try to appease this side of the crowd or that side of it. No.
Never give up that effort, my friend.
My effort is to make everybody get along if I can. If I could just make you cats and dogs and
I don't think there's a single person in here that isn't bothered by, why does that person doesn't like me? Why doesn't that person like me? I want to make that person like me. I know that feeling. And I struggle with it each and every day.
It's just like trying to get a cat, like a kitten. Don't force the cat to love you. It won't do it.
Exactly.
Have you ever seen Elmira from Tiny Toon Adventures? What happens? The cats go,
oh, yes.
You can't get an animal to love you if you force it to. You gotta make it. You gotta give it a reason. You gotta give it freedom. Everybody they want their space.
Exactly.
Animals want it. Life in general wants it.
I want to, B Lady, you're more than welcome to come on up. There's an extra space. I'd like to welcome Scrap and Pallet Man to the stream. Thumbs up and a high five. Great channel, guys. If you haven't checked it out, if he hasn't made 90,000 subscribers already, he's damn close.
I think he made it. I think he made it.
The year, he's going to make 100,000. He's going to get his silver play button, and I'm very much looking forward to that day, my friend. Whispering Children, welcome, and he's a fellow scrapper. Premier Hell. He's a fellow scrapper.
He's almost at 92,000, Gil.
Yeah,
91.9.
Dope, man.
When I first met him, when I subscribed to his channel, he had 3,500 subscribers, and that was like 2 years ago.
I almost commented on his videos, but it said there was too many comments, so I didn't. No,
I think he only had 9,000 or 10,000 when I subscribed to him. And when I met up with him, what was that? 2 weeks ago? 2 or 3 weeks ago, he had 88,000. So just in 2 weeks, he went from 88 to almost 92. That's insane.
It's crazy, and it's incredibly awesome. And he has not changed. He's not.
He's an awesome guy.
He's the same guy. He doesn't let fame or the popularity get to him. He's the same guy regardless. He hasn't changed at all what he's doing. His niche is still the same, which is great. And I want to welcome B Lady to the panel.
Oh, hi. Can you at least hear me? You're not supposed to be. Yeah, okay.
How you doing?
Don't start, Premier. not today.
I'm gonna fall asleep. Sorry, hold on.
Yeah, okay, not today. I don't have my makeup and stuff on. Otherwise, you would be able to see me.
You're
now.
Beautiful regardless.
Hey. Anyway. Hi, Crystal. Hi,
Hey, lady.
Hello.
And Ralph. Okay.
Hello.
Oh, wait, let me go back over here. Whispering Cauldron. I just want to say that artwork that you did for Ralph.
Yeah, she does awesome art.
Stunning. And I might be in touch. Okay. I have to speak on this troll thing. And I'm going to mention two things to you. And I don't want to hear any. Well, I shouldn't say this because I'm an educator. And I always say, I don't want to hear anything until I'm done. Okay. Premier. Okay. But just please, I'm going to tell you why this just grinds at me like nails on a chalkboard. To me, I see two things to this. And please, I don't want to hear anything about I'm not a racist. I know you're not racist, but I have to say two things. White privilege and the civil rights movement. I'm going to talk in between those two. Please listen. The way I came up everyone hated me. I learned from a very young age that I had to go to college and get every degree that was out there, and that I had to have, don't look at me strange, Gil.
No, I'm not looking strange at you.
Then listen.
You're looking down at the chat.
Okay, yeah, you look at the chat. Should I go over there and look at it too? Who has something to say? Let me put my glasses on.
No, please continue.
Okay.
Please
Look, these are facts. You can say anything you want because I know this is an extraordinary group of people, but these are the norms. And Premier, you know what I'm saying. Now listen. I knew that if I wanted to succeed in this world, that I had to have a bachelor's and a master's, and that I had to have a grade point average off the charts ahead of anybody else, because when I walked into any office, I was going to be competing against somebody white. Okay? And that I had, on the average, 15 minutes between what I gave them on paper and all of my vocabulary and my enunciation of words to prove that there was some reason for them not to say, well, that's very nice. I have your application here and we'll get back to you. I had to have an engaging conversation. I had to be able to talk on many different topics. You name it. I had to be well-versed. I had to take public speaking. I had to understand religion. I had to understand politics. I had to understand current events, because these were all things that were asked of me on any given time during an interview, which I'm sure was not asked of any of you. Got it? I've been in school districts where, surprised, there wasn't even a black janitor. Just want to tell you where I've been. Now, so I've walked down a sidewalk. I wasn't raised in this particular area where I've had little kids run. When I was, just a teen myself, little kids running up and down the other side of the street calling out the N-word. I grew up with hatred. I grew up with everyday trolls. Gil, you're going to delete this. Anyway, I grew up with everyday trolls in my real life. I grew up with people staring at me because I was black. And so I've had to fight against this. I had to make a decision. I didn't go to a black college. I had to make a decision. Was I going to go sit in front of a white professor and get an A out of that person? Or was I going to wince? What was I going to do? Let's go to the other side of the pendulum. White privilege. No matter how you slice and dice it, you all, what are you laughing at, R5? Let me go over here and look at this chat.
I heard
what's going on here? Let me see.
I can appreciate your message.
Hold on, I'm not done yet. Never mind the appreciate. I'm just getting to the good part. You gave me the link. Just hold on. When you guys are up here talking about fishing and stuff, I don't say anything. Now, white privilege. You all came up.
That sounds like a really white. I've never heard that.
Would you just listen? I'm gonna tell you about it. Oh, stop it, Premier. Don't. Listen, just a second. Look, no matter, you wouldn't know about it because it's organic. There's a buzzword. It's organic. Okay, it's there. Nobody, when you're walking to a store or something, you don't. If I walk in with you, they see me as black. They see you as a person. They don't see me as a person. They see me as a black person. Premier, do not shake your head. No, please.
I don't believe that, because
God help me.
All I see is rainbows.
Premier, the way, look, what I just saw you draw on that computer little thing there, and all those things you tried to tell me, whatever they were and what my mind saw, I don't want to hear what you see when you go down the street.
Literally randomly doing stuff. Really,
yeah, I know. I can only imagine what you see. I'm not saying anything adversarial against any of you. I love all of you. I know that this is one very unique family. I'm not saying it against you. What I am perturbed about is that this trolling gets, not you all, it gets everybody so upset, and this person doesn't like me. Oh my goodness. I just sit here like, what is wrong with these people? I'm not talking about any of the there's 6 of us now. I'm not talking about you. I go to some channels that's like, oh, and they're terrible. Oh, and this, and I'm like, what's wrong with you people? After having come through being able to live where I want to live, being able to teach where I want to teach, being able to work where I want to work. Do you know what happens when all of a sudden you're making more money than, let's just say, somebody that doesn't look like you? Do you know what happens when you move into a neighborhood where there isn't someone? Do you know what happens to your black friends? They won't come out there. They're scared, blank, blank. I'm telling you from experience, only recently in the past, I'd say 5 to 10 years, has a lot of this stopped. And it hasn't stopped the way you think it has. So what I'm saying is, here on YouTube, when I hear all of this troll, I just sit here like, and you're going to let them run you off of here for that? Time out.
Yeah, you don't let them.
I just sit here like, oh my God! If these people had to go through what the majority of us had to go through, oh my God in heaven!
Do you remember what the FTC guy said to everybody?
Oh, what now? What, Premier?
I mean, there's so many. There's going to be
You're the only one brave enough to say so. Not that the rest. I love all of you. And Faith, why do you say Faith when you're Sam? Samantha, hey, there's the hubby.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, go ahead, Premier. What did the FDC or whatever his name is say?
To be fair, we're not afraid to talk. You told us.
I know that, Crystal. That's true. It's from back in my teaching days. I'd go in and I'd say, I don't want to hear a word until I'm done. No, not. Okay, Premier, your turn. Go ahead. Oh, I'm sorry. Sometimes when I get like this, it's like, what are you doing?
He has a phone call.
You got a phone call from Chili Man.
Yeah.
Chili Man. Okay, next. I'm sorry. I apologize. It's just, I don't think that, I mean, I'll tell you what. I sometimes stay up to 3, 4 in the morning, and I'll look for a black channel that's been trolled. And I'll tell you what they're doing. They're catching a train or a boat or a plane to go kill somebody. I'll tell you what they're doing. They're not, oh, I'm taking down my channel or I can't handle it. Blink with that. They're not going to swat them. They're going to go get, I mean, these people are crazy. You tell me somebody that you've seen do that. That's of a person of color.
So I'm
one.
I'm going to stop you right there because I love them. B-Lady, I love the message. I love what you're trying to say. There are people out there in this world of different races, colors, religions.
Here goes the UN speech, R5.
Do not get the same opportunities, let's just say. And there are people in this world, regardless of race, color, religion, that have to work harder for the things that they get. And they don't let the little things get to them and deter them from their goals. And I think that's the fundamental message you're trying to convey.
Right, then why is everybody on YouTube letting this upset them?
I'm not.
Not everyone has thick enough skin.
I don't care about anyone who is not me.
This person doesn't like me. This person doesn't like me.
Not everyone has thick enough skin to deal with social media. Not everyone's able to deal with someone behind a computer screen that'll say very nasty things with open will. Because
I understand that, Crystal, but
some people are affected by it more than others.
I understand that, Crystal, but if you have thin skin and you're born black, there's no answer for you except suicide.
Well, I don't know if I can.
No,
that's a permanent solution to a temporary problem.
Right, Scrap. You don't have an answer because that's your permanent solution. That's your permanent solution. You have no answer. You have to go to the house of the Lord and say, God, help me get through this. You do not have another solution. I don't
agree that thin skin automatically means your only solution is suicide, but not everyone can handle the bullying that goes on. I know as a fact because I've dealt with some intense bullying that happened on my channel. It's stuff that happens. It's a lot more intense than what some people put up in the forefront. It's sometimes people you directly know that have been friends for years that come out of the woodwork and decide to come after your channel. So things that happen, it's not that, oh, I'm thin-skinned, I can't handle it, but it hurts when someone that you've been friends with for 10 years comes out of the woodworks and decides to try to actually hurt your channel, hurt your family, when it is an income for you and they're trying to take your channel down just because they're jealous of you, it does hurt. It's not a thin skin issue.
I appreciate that.
And everyone is a human being, and they do. I mean, people feel. It's just how you react and to that feeling, that emotion, that really matters. In this particular, I mean, in this case, I mean, it doesn't seem like a lot, but circumstances are different for everyone. There are people.
Well, I hear what you're saying,
with
Crystal.
anxiety, depression that don't handle these sort of matters like any, like someone that don't have those things.
I understand what you're saying, Gil, also, but what I'm saying is, Crystal, I've had friends for 20 years, and when I moved to areas where there were only whites, they refused to come to my home. I had family that refused to come to my home because there were no blacks around. When I had a second home and I had a brand new boat, and I says, "Oh, come on down for the weekend, just the girls. We're going to go out." Because a great number of the whites where I worked were going, they refused to go. And they were like, "Is this one going to go?" And the other blacks weren't going to go. So all the blacks got together and said, "We're not going." I said, "It's my home. I'm going. What's the problem? Do you think I wasn't devastated? Do you think I sold my property and sold my boat?" We went and we had a great time. I understand exactly what you're saying. And going forward, unfortunately, knowing how fickle-minded life, or how fickle life can be, in the future, there may or may, I mean, life is not idealistic. Life is not like Cinderella and Snow White. Unfortunately, there may or may not be people who, for some God-forsaken reason, will still fall out with all of us here and say, "Well, I don't want to talk to you anymore."
Well,
I heard
the issue, basically your message is to say, pucker up, buttercup, and deal with it. The question is how. People need to how to do those things. There are
Not
don't have that roadmap.
I'll have to pray. I'll have to think about that, Gil, because that I don't want to just give an answer out there that's
right. Because I mean, you're boiling down to a very philosophical, humane point here, that people don't know how to handle those sort of situations.
And you know what? I think if we all here, Ralph, what are you doing? I think if we all think of things and then present what we can possibly do, we can come up with an answer. Myself, it is truly organic because I was born this way. I didn't have any other choice.
See, but I think the biggest thing, like what you're not getting of the whole trolling aspect on YouTube is many people come on YouTube as an escape. It's their place to have fun. It's their place to relax, have fun, laugh, enjoy company with each other. And if you're in a channel and all you're getting is trolled constantly, bullied constantly, people won't leave you alone and just let you have your fun. If you're not having fun, why keep the channel? So they're not shutting it down because, hey, I'm being bullied, I'm being trolled. They're shutting it down because that's no longer fun. That's the whole reason they came in the first place.
I'm going to double down on that too, B-Lady. I'm going to double down on what R5 just said. People do the right thing in certain situations. If they're being bullied or if someone is attacking their channel, they report it to YouTube. Now, a lot of the frustrations and why people get frustrated and leave is YouTube doesn't do a damn thing about it.
That's true. But there are billions of channels on YouTube. And let me say this. When this I've noticed. I go into like some channels and I'm not, no one here, no one in this community, for whatever this community is called, it's got a very loose description, but some people, you go in and they're bullied and then they have a problem. Well, to me, it depends on how, well, I guess, Crystal, I respect what you're saying. Some people can handle it and some people can't. Okay.
It's not a matter of handling or not handling. If you're on here for fun and it's turning into basically stress and just nonsense, what's the point of coming on here? Do something that you can go enjoy instead of sitting on here and being bullied. It's not a matter of handling it because they may be able to handle it. But if I'm coming on here every day, let's just say, and I'm in my live stream and it used to be fun. People came in, we laughed, we joked, we had a great time. And all of a sudden, every time I come on, I got 20 trolls coming in, calling me fat, calling me ugly, like calling me derogative things. And it's getting to the point where it's just eating at my mind. Do I want to keep coming on here? And that's what I get as compared to having.
Crystal, I've had, unfortunately, I've never seen any of you in my live streams, which is fine. No, R5, I've seen you for whenever I do. But I've had live streams where people call me the N-word and everything else. I tried to catch a couple of trolls to mod them just to see what would happen. Leave them crazy. But I had a ball knocking them out. I mean, they troll everywhere. If you think that they're just have a target on you, I mean, I was on YouTube last night till like 2:30. They were everywhere.
I'll never say there's a target on just one person. It's just the fact that you can't blame someone for leaving or say that they just have thin skin. It's just, this is YouTube for many, many people is an outlet for fun. It's not money. It's not a business. Even the ones that are monetized, many of us don't make a ton of money on here. So it's still an outlet for fun. If we're going to make $100 every 2 or 3 months and we're getting like stressed, it's like going to a job every day that you don't enjoy and you don't have to do it. Why would you keep doing it? The job you have
to a restaurant, the only restaurant in town, and getting hassled by the waitress.
I think because it's like the bully in school. If people know they can bully you and get a reaction, they'll do it.
That's what we were talking about earlier, is not giving them that emotional response that they're looking for.
Right. There's one lady, I'm not going to mention any names. I mean, I've seen 2 or 3 channels that are just, they do things this time of year and they have huge followings and they're canceling them over comments. Let me go back. Comments that are said to them. And, you know, I'm on there and I'm going, what is wrong with, you know, why? You know, me and this, I'll go get 3 other people. We'll come up on your panel. We'll stop this in a heartbeat. Make us all mods and this will stop. No. Why? All you can do is offer.
I want to welcome welcome. Great to see you.
Pardon me, Crystal.
Candy Blue on the move. Great to have you. Rolling Homestead.
Yes, love Rolling Homestead.
Rolling Homestead.
It is good to see
you. A lot of people some people are on here because they enjoy the drama. They enjoy the trolling. They enjoy the fun of the drama. Some people are just drama people. But it's just like YouTube. People get brave behind a computer. People get brave behind a computer. Yeah. They get brave for what they can do. And people do stupid things. So it's just it's everyone's choice. Like some people, I know, and my husband started this because he decided he's stepping away from the channel right now. He started this because he was having fun with it. He wanted to have fun with it. Well, the second it was no longer fun for him, he said, I don't want to do any more of this. I'm done. And it's not a well enough paying job, as you would say, to keep on doing something that literally is causing you stress.
I hear what you're saying, and I guess it's an individual thing, just like show business. You know, some of them get burnt out, and by the way, and some of them, I don't know. It's like anything else. Some people are cut out for it. Some people aren't. I guess just like beekeeping. Some people are cut out for it. There aren't very many Black women beekeepers either. Why? I don't know. Beats me, but there just aren't. Oh, he's having a good old time down there, Premier. Okay, well, that's all I had to say. I hope I didn't upset anybody.
You didn't upset anybody.
I just wanted to give my point of view. I just wanted to say that basically I just get frustrated. Well, not frustrated. I guess I now understand why channels react the way they do and why it you know, to me, it's just part of the journey. Just you go. It's very simple. They're a troll. You delete them. End the conversation. You want to come in here and call me fat, ugly, black, whatever you want to call me. Okay, fine. I delete you, and I'm going to go have a bowl of ice cream after the chat, and that's where it ends. I'm not gonna, no
matter what happens in life, the good, the bad, the ugly is going to happen no matter. Oh, Chili Man's on the phone with Premier Hell.
Look at Premier.
He came into the chat. Holy crap, you're on the panel.
Yeah. Okay, well, this is, I think if y'all want to come up with a 10-point plan to make this feasible, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Everybody come up with
one little bit of my own like what I'm gonna say. Everyone complains about racism. Everyone does. It will never go away until all sides stop bringing race into it. Race has.
This isn't about racism. This isn't about anybody being.
There's no need.
Racist.
I'm just saying, there's no need to bring color into any of the argument.
There is. There is.
No, there's not.
But B lady, you brought racism into it, though.
I asked you, in all honesty, I asked you to find a black channel. Because I've been looking. I asked you to find a black channel that has been trolled, that is sitting there saying, I can't take it anymore. That's what I said. And then I tied it to what blacks have had to go through to get where they are.
True. And you would tie that same tie into even any race, anyone that's had to travel up from poverty up, like we've all dealt with it. I was tremendously.
Can I say something real quick?
Yeah, hurry up.
This, I know you guys are talking about it. There's one word in the dictionary I think should be completely removed, and that is racism. I don't understand why that actually exists. Because when I hear people talk about it, I just don't look at anybody as they're different. It doesn't matter if they have like purple hair, green hair, blue skin, yellow skin. It doesn't matter to me. It's like you're a person.
Yeah.
I don't think it's.
I know it's been hard because you've been around, B lady, for a long time. We can't forget the misery that we've all done it to everybody's done it to everybody at one point in time.
I don't think it's black channels against white. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that black channels have the hosts, the owners of black channels have had to go through something in their individual lives as individuals coming up in this country that different, and that it shows in their channels when these trolls come around. And their reactions. That's what I'm saying.
I see the point she's trying to make.
That I'm not saying anything about racism.
I see the point you're trying to make.
Thank you, Gil. Maybe you can explain it. Maybe I'm not.
I mean, the same could be said for gender. The same could be said for gender because women for the longest time they've struggled with equality in terms of wages and various other things, but on the same token, the fundamental message is still the same. If something negative happens in your life, it's what you do that really matters about it. And what you do about it, some people don't know what to do about it. It doesn't matter what the race, the creed, or whatever is. Mm-hmm. Some people need that guidance to be able to deal with those things in life so that they can continue to do the things that they enjoy doing, to continue working on something that they're passionate about, like YouTube and their channel.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm trying to say. The message, what you're trying to convey, I get that loud and clear. I get that. And I'm pretty sure everybody else here does as well.
I'm not sure Crystal understands, and I'd like her to, because I think she's thinking I'm inferring it's racism, and I'm not. I'm not saying that, Crystal.
Well, you're bringing black people in as an example.
I'm saying because of what we've gone through as children and teens and everything, coming up, sensing that, knowing that we've come up as fighters.
Yeah, of course.
So a troll is irrelevant to us. Totally irrelevant. You say what you want to say. Keep it up.
In the end, I'll say this: it pisses me off that the human race has been prejudiced toward any other human race in its evolution.
That's true.
Understand it. I've never understood it growing up, and even now, I don't understand why someone would feel that someone of a different race is lesser than themselves. It pisses me off to this day. I treat anybody the same because it's the person inside that really matters.
Rolling Homestead in the service. Yeah. You want to talk to my daddy? God bless him. He's 94 years old. Yeah, I see you shaking, Faith. Sam up there. My daddy fought in World War II and the Korean War back in the days when there was the colored army. That's when there was straight up racism. Went over there and got shot to high heaven and came back and was thrown in the back of the train. Crystal, that was racism. Rounded them all up, took them over there, shot up, came home. When they went below the Mason-Dixon line, they threw them all in the back of the train because they couldn't sit in the seats. They were too far up front. That was racism. I'm not saying this is racism. I know what racism is.
What I'm just trying to say is at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if you you had to go overcome some stuff because of your race. But even someone that's Caucasian, white, whichever way you look at it, if I've come up from poverty. I've come up from poverty where I've had to battle the same stuff. I've had to battle through the same stuff you've had to battle through because when you don't have money, you're nothing in a lot of people's eyes. I've had to go through housing systems. I've had to go through public aid. Everyone has had to battle their own battles, no matter what race you are. No one has this white privilege, black privilege. It's created because this controversy. Controversy sells. Controversy causes. I
still say
controversy at the end of the day.
No, black and poor is still a little step lower than white and poor.
It's everyone has the same battles they're dealing with. Stop.
That's true.
It's just to say there's no black channels that have ever quit because they've dealt with this trolling. I can deal with the trolling. I deal with it. I keep pushing forth. But then again, it's like I said in the chat, once it's no longer fun, why am I doing it?
It is fun. It is fun. And in life,
people are going to decide after so long of being trolled, this is no fun. I don't want to do it anymore. It's not about
in life. Everybody's not going to like you in life. Everybody's not going to like me in life. There's people that are going to turn around and stab me in the back 25 ways to high heaven. I know that. There are people that I can drop $100, $200 in their super chat, and they've yet to even come to one of my live streams. They won't even come over there and leave a comment. I keep a list just for the heck of it. I've been doing that for years. You want to know what pain is? You want to know how much money I've spent on this platform? In fact, tons of them aren't even subscribed.
What you can say is this, though.
So,
I mean, please. I know about this platform. You know, what do they say? Thank you. You all see me out there in these chats, and when things come up, you know what I do. I got it. I'll drop it. And not one of those people.
I agree with you, Steinworth. I think we should change the subject.
You're right. Let's change the subject and go on. I'm going to step down now, but I wanted to end on that note. Not one has ever come to a live stream or watched a video. And I'll leave it on that. So, how do I leave this? I'll leave it on that.
Okay, B-Lady. Thank you so much for being a part of the panel. So, let's see. It's a multiracial family. It's very hurtful conversation. I agree, Steinnorth. I understand her message. I really, really do. You know, but at the same time, this whole stream was supposed to be positive. And that brought in a very negative vibe. So I apologize for those on the panel and the chat that had just witnessed that.
I don't mind.
Well, I know, but you're because you're scrapping. Where are you?
I'm in the kitchen getting my chicken.
He's talking from the ceiling.
He's the invisible man.
I dropped the link in, Cammy.
Teresa, it's great to see you. Thumbs up and a high five. Much love to you.
Hey, Teresa.
I know you'll let him up, so I dropped the link in for Cammy.
Oh, Rolling Homestead's coming on up. As soon as I see your face, Rolling Homestead, I will go ahead and add you here. Looks like your device isn't connected. Yeah, I just need you to show your face, bud. That's all. There you are. Okay, hold on. Teresa, it's great to see you. Thumbs up and high five. Much love to you.
And someone needs to mute the YouTube side.
Yep. Welcome, Rolling Homestead. It's great to have you, bud.
Chili Man said, he said hi.
Andy, I see you in the basement, but I can only have 6 at a time. You're certainly welcome to wait.
No, hey,
there we
you could
go.
have put me in the basement. Here, I'm gonna go in the basement. Just bring me up in a minute.
Okay. All right. Sounds good.
Hi guys, how's it going?
Welcome, Cammy on the
Premier,
move.
Premier, you didn't have to get down for me, brother.
Premier does that all the time. I was gonna say I'll jump off if need be too, like let others up here too. But
there's nothing to really be sorry about. I mean, you are a very strong-minded individual, and I appreciate and admire that very much. But it's one of those situations where I guess it's delicate. You know, I guess it's delicate. I'm not really sure what else to say about it, but regardless, I appreciate your insight. Regardless.
What's going on, Gil?
Oh, well, hey. You've been witnessing it.
You know, there's a lot of
Cammy.
there's a lot of things. Great to see you, R5 Premier. You know, there's a lot of things that can go on in that conversation, and there's a lot of people that I've met through my service and my career that I have some really close friends that are black, and I don't see color either. I see what's in the heart, and that's how the Lord has designed it.
Same here.
And when we talk about things, I know R5's got a family that's, she says that's multiple racial. I say it's children.
Yeah.
We can see things differently because we've all been in a different spot. B lady, if you go down south and you start talking to those kind of people, I mean, even if you see me, they say I'm some redneck from the north. They don't look at me as a person. They see me as somebody that's a redneck from the north. But one of the things I wanted to tell everybody is that when I saw in the service, I had a guy that was in that you're assigned to. So if anybody that's been in a service, you're assigned a bunk buddy. And this guy follows you around wherever you go. This guy was 3 times my size. He was black. He was from France. And he was, the only thing that was white on him was his eyeballs, and his hands were pink. That's the only way you could see him. But he was one of the coolest and the most inspiring person I've ever met in my life, because he gave me the definition of racist. He gave me the definition of the N-word. He gave me the definition of the white word, all that other things. And I saw it through their eyes and what they had to deal with, which was really cool from my point. And every time he talked about something, he looked at it through God's eyes. We all were created equal. We all in this thing together, and it was a beautiful thing. But what I wanted to tell you is no matter what kind of platform you are, trolls are going to come in here. They're going to do what they're going to do. Like Gil told you just got to it's like you got to get a tough skin. You got to bounce that off and just keep going with what you're doing, because we've all worked hard on what we got, and just don't let them bug you. I mean, R5 has been a part of my live stream for a long time, and our channel and everything like that. If somebody comes in there and beats on you and says something, you pick it up and you start all over and say, if you really want to know the answer to that beat, say, thank you very much for what you have done, and God bless. That'll stop that in a heartbeat, won't it?
It will.
You talk to a troll about God, and what do? They want to run.
Very true. I wonder what
that is true.
Coming in to the panel.
You know, that's why you don't see too many trolls on my channel, because you know what? My father's there to protect my channel. And when I say God bless to them, what do they got to come back with? They're going to say that I'm this evil person and everything else because I'm talking about my father or my buddy, or Gil comes in there and says, hey, how's it going, Mark? And bring his trolls. No, they're not. They will walk right away.
Yeah, it's at the end of the day, like it doesn't. We're all gonna get trolled. It's not a matter of, hey, I can't handle the trolling. Hey, I don't know what to do to take care of it. But I think all of us can agree we're on YouTube for fun.
Right.
It turns into a business, but we're on here for fun. And if we're coming, it's like going to a job every day you absolutely hate. At some point, if you're trolled constantly, your job is, or your fun is going to become that job you hate. So are you going to keep on doing it just because you're on the channel already? You got it monetized, your whatever your reasoning may be. If it is no longer fun, you're just going to leave it. You're done.
So our five,
Exactly.
what I want to tell you is I was on Big Bear Homestead.
Okay.
And I watched, and this is after I was talking. I had Two Family Homestead on my live stream, and I was talking with him, and he was actually talking about how bad the trolls are getting, and I don't see that on my channel. So I went over to Big Bear when he went live, and within 5 minutes, I watched him just get bombarded by trolls. I mean, just one right after another, and the guy was laughing. And Jason said, "Sorry guys, this is what happens. If you don't talk to them, they'll go away."
Yeah.
Which I thought was a awesome response to what was going on, is because it did. It stopped, it quit, and they left, and we had a normal live stream because Jason just pretty much laughed at him and said, "Just let them do their thing, they'll go away."
Yeah, and for some people, that's exactly how it's going to work. You're just it doesn't phase you, but it's just it is ultimately, it comes down to, I think most people that are giving up the channels, they have lost the fun in YouTube. It's not because they're getting trolled necessarily. It's just they've lost the fun in YouTube. And why am I still doing this? If I'm getting trolled, I'm not having fun. What's the point?
Right.
Exactly. It just comes down to the point that it's not fun for them anymore. They don't care. They just want to just be done with it. Why keep it going?
Or it goes to the same thing of you're putting all these videos out like at the same time of all this, and this is some of the loss of fun. You've been doing all these videos and you're getting 5 people that viewed your video, and you're not getting views on them. No one's watching it. So you're like, okay, why am I spending all this time on YouTube to get nowhere? So I think some of it's just, at the end of the day, they're not leaving because of the trolls. They're not leaving because of Copa. Some people are using those as their escapes out, but they're literally leaving because they've been thinking about it for a while.
The other thing too is I got a video up on how I'm actually transferring all my stuff to BitChute right now as we speak. Is another platform, because eventually the COPPA stuff is going to come over to BitChute, but they've already got the gates set up to stop. They have it set up at 6.
Can you guys hear me?
Huh?
Can you hear me? I wouldn't know because my camera broke. So now you see it's just a circle thing on my end.
I see a black screen.
Yeah, we hear you, Premier.
And we see a black screen. So you can, everybody's going to do what they're going to do. When December 10th rolls around with the whole CAPA and the whole everything that's coming up, I've been talking about it. I give you guys the advice of what you can do with your stuff. They're going to do what they want. Sty was talking the other night on one of his live streams about, Google's a big business. They're going to do what they want to do. We crunch the numbers here, and it's kind of funny because what they're finding, everything else is like pocket change to them. Didn't really hurt them, but the point of it is that YouTube is coming out with more ways to make these bigger channels more. I mean, if you look at the thing when you pop up now, it says watch Elf for $3.99. Are they trying to go what Netflix is doing here, or Amazon Prime? Are they trying to move to that end of things here?
They're trying to push they're trying to push their streaming, and they're trying to push their live TV and all that as well.
But the other thing too, R5 is you got to remember, as a creator, you, Gil, Premier, myself, is the ones that created and gave YouTube their platform. It was the creator that started this whole thing. All right. Yeah. So no matter how you look at it, you are a part of that YouTube that has created them their $1 billion a month business. So that part of you
single-handedly shut them down by all just backing out, huh?
Well, just give yourself a pat on the back and said, I did my job. I did my portion. If YouTube shuts me down or YouTube decides to kill my channel, I did the best that I was able to do.
Yeah.
That's what it is I did my best. I gave my subscribers what I'm about. I'm about my homestead, to teach them how to grow. I did the best that I was able to do. Gil, he gave his best on if it was being happy-go-lucky, whatever, you gave your best with your live streams. Premier gave his best. B gave her best. Sty is telling Sty stories. We all did what we have passionate about. So just do this and say, see ya. Don't worry about it.
And I think some people are on here, they're not even in the goal of monetization. They're on here because they just want to create videos for their kids, their grandkids to look back on at some point.
Right. And
Yeah.
is any of us out here making any decent money where we can retire? Good thing I got a full-time job.
No.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I did some numbers. I don't know if Tyler's in here, but we were talking the other night too, where if you got 200,000 subscribers, you're making them the $400,000 a month or $4,000 a month. Yeah, that's an income.
You can make good money just because I'm not going to put the money out there, but I know from talking to Scrap and Pallet Man, he does not have that high. Like, he's got good subscriber base, but the views on his videos, he is making decent off those videos. But you have to be up there and be pushed and be getting those views. Like, his views are getting what, 14K views, 25K views on videos that he puts up, and he does 3 a week. Like, he's getting amazing views, and that's like when you're a small YouTuber getting 100 views, 1K views, we think is amazing. Hey, we hit 1K. That's nothing. That's like changing a pot compared to something bigger.
Because you're only going to get like 100 views on that 1K, and it's only going to pay you like 20 cents per video at the very most, the highest end of the spectrum. So our channels are pretty much, when you get monetized, that super chat button really does help support your efforts in your YouTube channel. So that's where a lot of my it's like I cannot thank everybody enough that I've had people super chat my channel, and it's like, wow, it's a good feeling.
Yeah,
people are supporting you like that, and I love to show the same support.
YouTube is nothing more than a supplemental income at best, and people need to if they're going to create a channel, they can't go into it thinking that it's going to be their new career. They can't do that because you're going to fail.
Yeah, you got to have a backup plan.
I make more money probably off my homestead than I do off YouTube.
You're actually, YouTube it's not really like, there's a lot of people making a living off of it, but they never came into it, and at least in my understanding, they didn't go into it trying to get rich, off of YouTube. You're not going to go into it, and if you don't enjoy what you're doing on YouTube, then you're in the wrong spot.
You need to
I was just telling Chili Man, YouTube is not social media. Also,
right.
So don't forget, YouTube is not a social media platform. I mean, according to Google, look at the definition. It's a content sharing platform, not a social media platform.
And if you go look at anything else with the cop and everything else, we are called a service.
And Container Man, it's completely possible because when you look through my analytics on my videos, granted, I'm not getting 8,000 views, but I've got 3,000 subscribers. But my percentage of actual watches on my videos from my subscriber base is usually somewhere only around 10%. Majority of my views are coming from non-subscribers that are searching the video up. So it's very possible to have only 1,150 subs and get 8,000 views on a video. Because people watch them and don't subscribe. Do you subscribe to everything you search up and watch?
Right. I'll break it down for you right now. If those of you, I've been on YouTube for maybe 4 years actively putting up videos and whatnot on my original channel, Skillz. There's no live streams on it right now. This is a great baseline for you. I make about, in terms of watch hours, I get about 12 to 13 watch hours a year. 12 to 13,000 watch hours a year. Sorry. You want to know how much I make a month? $72 a month.
So you're in the same boat as what we are. What we found out too is there's a lot of people that are shutting. Like I was gone for 6 months through the summertime because winter came in left very slow, and spring came in slower yet. So we were rushing to get everything in and stuff. So something had to go, and of course it was my YouTube channel. But you're in the same category as me, Gil, is that the only difference is some people now are shutting their live streams off and turning them to private when they leave. You're not getting credit for that when you do that. And the watch time that you have on your live streams, it might be only for that section of time. But the last stream that we did for 2.5 hours and we topped out, I think it was like 20 people in the room. And I just got back. We had 20 people in the room. We had 12.5 hours of watch time for a 2.5 hour live stream.
See, when I hide my live streams, I still get the watch time. The views disappear. The watch time still shows.
Yep. So
it is what it is. Like, I'd rather And this is all research I did. When we were leaving the live streams up, it was hurting our videos. Our videos were not getting viewed. The live streams were getting the 1-click 10-second watch time, and that was it. It hurt our channel by keeping the live streams up. So we get rid of the live streams after a day or two just to help our content. And it has immensely helped our content since doing that. And we're averaging probably right now with us having less subscribers than you get. We're averaging without super chats. We're averaging about $50 to $60 a month in just ad revenue.
The other thing too, you guys gotta realize Google has set up thing is they got $100 threshold.
Yep.
Well, everything over $100 is when you start kicking out. So it's a rollover. So you have to hit that $100 before they actually will send you a check. Gil's got it set up right where he put his Gil Skillz live, and he's got his Gil Skillz channel. So that's a bonus right there.
The reason I did that is to like separate the content from the actual live stream, and I'm glad I did that. The only drawback to that is you don't get the super chats,
and you're starting out fresh.
Basically, yeah, exactly. But
I mean, it's good that you moved over, but in my opinion,
it's a marathon, not a sprint.
Right.
In my opinion, as long as you organize your homepage and keep your networking is what really I think. I mean, in a good thing, there's a good positive side to networking, but there's also an extremely negative side to networking, and that is you end up with the people that don't know how to network, and they're just in it for the numbers.
Yeah.
And it messes with your analytics so bad that it can really bring down your view content. Like people are just clicking on your content to leave you a message so that you get back to their channel. They have no idea. They don't even know who you are.
Right.
Maybe they do like your content, but you can tell on the context of the response. And when you see 100 flagged messages in your likely spam, and they shouldn't belong there because it looked like a legit comment. Only reason it's likely spam is because they didn't watch your content. YouTube tells on everybody. They're the biggest tattletales of them all. They're just recognizing that when you're there's a lot of people not doing it right when it comes to like networking. Networking there's always going to be those people that just don't know what they're doing. I was one of them, so I've been there, done that. So how can I say I wouldn't even know you guys if it wasn't for networking? So, and I'm not really I didn't go on YouTube to get rich or anything at all. I was having fun, and I'm so happy I networked it. It's impossible to say it, but if you want to get a channel to grow, and I'll believe this, you can still recover. It's just you got a great content. You got to use those little features they got, and then eventually, once the algorithm catches that you're entertaining, which they won't promote boring content.
Right.
That's it. That's pretty much, you don't have to explain it any deeper than that.
And I've said it a few times from here, though, like a lot of people right away assume, like when I say I don't go to networking streams, I don't do it. They assume right away that I'm cutting down networking streams. There is a time and a place I understand the need for them. I do. Yeah. I understand the need. I understand that whole initially getting out there and getting noticed. It does help immensely because otherwise it's hard to get out there. But I do think once you hit a certain subscriber base, getting right on that 1K, you need to let your content do the work for you. Literally going to networking streams and just getting networking continuously just to keep growing and growing and growing and growing. You're getting 5K subscribers, but are you getting more than 100 views on your videos? Like, there's a problem here. There's a problem. You need to actually let your content do the work at some point. I understand the networking. I do. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. But there's too many people that have gotten so wrapped up in it that all they're worried about is getting to 5K, 10K, and they just network to get it. They don't work on their content. They don't work on their thumbnails. They don't work on their tags. They're just putting their content out there and they're networking.
Whether you're a network channel or not, it's for more experienced YouTube creators, it's really vitally important for us to educate the newer generation as far as how to network properly. And educate on why things are done a certain way. And if they're not done a certain way, how it can hurt other creators. So people need to learn that path and understand and can make sense of it from point A to point B to point C so that they won't fall into those same pitfalls that we did as the previous generation. And with that being said, welcome Sty North.
There's my buddy.
Welcome, Sty.
I'll just say hi, Sty.
Hi. Boy, this has been a lively one.
Yes, it has. Yes, it
It's
definitely went in a different direction than I thought it would.
And I finished my
happened.
chicken without anyone noticing.
Yeah, oh, I did. I
Oh,
noticed. he was
Damn, I didn't
chowing
even
down.
notice.
He's a freaking he didn't even share.
Now,
Yeah.
I got
My
to.
chicken, mine.
Hey, so
gotta-
I didn't know you had a live mukbang and we didn't even know it.
Yeah, right. I got a question for you guys. I do something that I kind of think is unique, but I don't know. Maybe somebody else does it, but I'm a spreadsheet freak because I was in high finance for 26 years, so I like to use spreadsheets. Heck, if I can write a letter on a spreadsheet, I will. But
Do you use Excel?
yeah.
No, I like Excel. I took a class.
love I wish I
Microsoft
could.
Access.
I wish I could share some of my spreadsheets with you. I've got one set up that it's got 118 tabs at the bottom, and every single sheet is linked to a master sheet. So that's how much I like to play with Excel. It gets extreme. But here's where I'm going. Okay, with all of this, I don't want to call it drama, but turmoil with the YouTube flux, I call it the YouTube flux because it's just like a time warp. We get to go 3-4 months and everything's calm and quiet, and then all of a sudden, boom, there's something news. YouTube's doing this or that, and then we all go in this flux again, and we gotta wait. We gotta wait for that big corporate giant to decide what they're gonna do to us, So, but what I've done is, and it's something Mark had said about taking. You have to protect your videos, all of your data, everything that you've done. I've got over 400 up on my channel. All 400 of those are on a separate hard drive. I've got all the raw data. I've got all the videos ever posted, all the thumbnails I've ever used, all on a hard drive. YouTube ever crashes, if I can find a new home platform that I like, I got it all. I'll just put it all somewhere else. But another thing I did is all of my people that show up and they're loyal, they keep coming back, I copy their channel address. Then I go and I find their contact information in their about pages, and I've got a spreadsheet with everybody that's come and watched me. And I told my viewers not too long ago, a stream or two ago, that if this whole world comes crashing down, don't worry about it, folks. I know how to get a hold of you. And we'll put up a Zoom chat, for crying out loud. We'll put up a Zoom chat, and we'll get all of you in there, and this will continue because for me, and it's like we were talking about the channels that make money. Me either. I don't make money. If I'm lucky, I make between $18 and $60 a month. That's what the ad revenue adds up to. Where I really see resources come in is through Super Chat. And I praise my audience. I mean, they bought me a kayak. They bought me a kayak for crying out loud. And they deferred half of my investment to help 4 families for Christmas this year. So, I mean, those resources.
And that was very admirable of you, for real.
I agree.
But what I love is when you look and you hear some of the testimonials of the big channels, when and especially the humble ones, that they're no different today. Gil was talking about that with a Scrap
Pallet Man.
Yeah, Scrap and Pallet Man. It's no different now than he was when he started. I mean, it's the same person. He didn't.
Yeah, and I plan on keeping that mentality myself. It's like I don't feel any different myself.
But the point I want to make is when you hear these testimonials from these folks and they go, I got into YouTube because it was fun. I was enjoying it. It was fun, and I was meeting people. And then, boom, they started getting videos that were just getting pounded and pounded and pounded, and their channel went nuts. All of a sudden, everybody's following them, and they're going, I'm actually making money, for crying out loud. They never planned on it. It presented itself to them A lot of our huge channels out there started out just like us, not expecting it. We're not going to become millionaires. But some of these big channels, boom, they're making annual livings off of their channels.
But what's really crazy is you guys don't realize it. Even if you get like 100,000 subscribers and your videos, it's not, that's what Skillz and everything is like. You cannot count on this as an actual like true source unless you're like making it a job. I mean, it really is it's better to come at this as a hobby, but if you really do want to make it an actual like business, it can be. But you know,
I actually
there's a fine line when it comes to that.
I talked to a YouTuber that invested $85,000 into their new channel. What? They had just pulled their channel up and they already were into it for 85 grand. All their equipment, the studio, everything.
Damn.
Big investment because they wanted it to be to them. It was a business investment. They had a business plan. They knew what their content was going to be. Their channel crapped out in 6 months. I mean, they couldn't get anybody. I mean, nobody gave a crap about what they had to offer. And they're just like, oh, that business plan wasn't worth the crap. And
you remember
they shut themselves down and they filed bankruptcy. But they invested all that money into a channel. I love the way we've done it. That's
exactly right. It's like I didn't spend any money on here, you know, except for like what I already had. Like, I mean, I did get a better camera because my camera I couldn't get the dang green screen to work, but I've not invested any more than just normal stuff just to make it work better. Like
that's it. It's been one little piece at a time, here and there. And if a camera breaks, well, you don't have a choice. If you want to YouTube, you got to get a new phone or a new camera, you know. But you would do that for yourself anyway.
Exactly.
Everything I have here, if my channel shut down, you think I'm going to quit using this stuff?
Right.
No, I got a use for everything I got for my channel. It doesn't. My gear doesn't become worthless because I don't have a channel. You know, that's the way I see it. Is I'm not creating a business. I'm not.
Yeah, same here. It's like I do want to create a brand. You know, I want to create a channel that is like, you know, entertaining, that people can recognize me. Otherwise, they can't get to know me. And if they get to know me, then they can get to know more about what I understand, and they can just get to know. You know, that's the thing is I like getting to know every individual purpose, and it affects me. I get inspired by everybody I meet on here.
That's that guy up there. He's doing the same thing. He's the brand. He's the brand, and I'm the same way. I'm the brand. Steinhorst. I mean, I don't even have scrapping or camping or something like that attached to it. Just Steinhorst.
The funny thing of the whole thing is that the branding that Stei's talking about, I left for 6 months. I still got all the same people here. And when me and Stei started this whole thing, I started on a GoPro that was $80. And he had a little camera like this that he was shooting back and forth when me and him started this whole thing. And it started from Dave from Really Big Monkey. He's the one that got me introduced to Stei.
Yeah.
He's been a part of my channel since day one. And he's got 200, I don't know, what has he got, Stei? 300,000 subscribers?
Yeah. He's at about 250,000.
And he's the same way that he was the day that I met him. He's funny.
Yeah. And Really Big Monkey breaks all the YouTube rules. He breaks all the, I mean, to find a video of his that's under 45 minutes, good luck. I want to know which one it is.
I seem to have that problem as well.
And those are his videos. Those aren't his. He doesn't do live streams. He does videos, and they're all an hour long. But oh my gosh, you go to them, and they're up for a week, and you look, and it's got 80,000 views. What the heck?
That means he's got a good personality, and that's really it is. It's like you don't want to have to make your own. Yeah, it's like it's really be yourself and stop trying to be somebody you're not. Because if sometimes the YouTube isn't going to agree with you. Like you can't get everybody to like you, but I don't have the best personality in the world. You know what I mean? But I do know it's personality that creates who you are on YouTube, and who likes who you are.
I agree with
you. See you.
I'll get him, Stei.
That is the primary. That is one of that's your foundation. Is you got to be yourself, right? But it takes more than that. It takes a charismatic individual to be successful on YouTube. You know, people, there has to be a degree of that involved. YouTube, I'm going to use this analogy, and you guys tell me whether or not you agree. I think when you start a YouTube channel, it's kind of like sitting at a roulette table.
I was thinking more like 357.
Black or red.
You could do everything right. You could be taking notes from some of the best YouTubers that are out there and not be successful.
Absolutely. And the proof in that is you'll see a viral video hit, boom, and everybody goes nuts over it. Hundreds of thousands of views. And then you have all of the clones that come in behind, and they're cloning that video, and nobody's watching them. Yep. And why aren't they watching them? They don't need to. They already seen it. Yep. They don't need to watch it from you. They seen it from this other guy. So, you know, people don't get it. Sometimes that works and gets you quite a few views. But
listen to this. Most people
copying somebody doesn't mean you're going to succeed.
Right.
Listen, I have another channel. I used to do vaping stuff. Now that was in 2013. I got a video that has over like 50,000 views on it, and the channel still only has 36 subscribers.
Yeah.
Or 30-something subscribers. I mean, it didn't go viral. It just took YouTube actually promoted my video. It was kind of corny, I ain't gonna lie, but I just started sharing my ideas on YouTube.
Over 40,000 views, and it gets probably about between 60 and 150 views every month. But that was put up almost 4 years ago. And it just people keep coming because YouTube keeps recommending it.
There are people out there that have made a YouTube empire out of nothing more than a cheap camera, than a cheap cell phone and GoPro.
Yeah.
And I'm going to use an example.
Started on my phone. Started on my phone. Still using my phone.
I'm going to use an example right now. The man that I went to visit him this year. His name was Scrap Kingdom, Scrap Life 24/7, and I can't think of his name right now. But the man puts out consistent content about him and his day-to-day life scrapping, and he does 2 to 3 videos a day. And lately, he's been putting them out in minimum resolution of 144p because he doesn't have internet yet. Yeah, it's like watching a Minecraft version of the guy, but yet he still gets 400 to 700 views on each video, and he has less subscribers than I do.
Yeah, you guys really want to know the secret to YouTube? You guys really want to know in the chat and on the panel is how you get your videos seen up front?
Yes. Bring it on.
Right. Above me right here, you see a thing called TubeBuddy. TubeBuddy.
Oh, yeah, I use it.
Yeah, when you started using that, I put out my video last night for my live stream. It was in the top 3 on Google before I even went live.
Oh, wow.
Before I went live, that video was in the top 3 on Google. I could search it and check it to see what it was. So TubeBuddy does work, and it has some awesome software to help promote your channel and to promote your video so that you can actually be seen on Google and in a fast rate.
Do you have a paid version of that?
Yeah, I got the star version.
Yep.
And if you want to, Gil, if you go underneath on a live stream I did last night, my associate link is down there, and you can get it for a discount. But the thing that I want to tell you guys is there is a paid version or a free version out there where you can get your tags. You can check out to make sure all your stuff is correct on your video. So your cards, your tags, your end screens everything is set up right. Yeah. And it tells you where you rank. So when you put your video in, so like right now, Gil has Across the Pond edition. So now if I go look at that right now and I bring this up and I can look right now and see where his stuff is sitting. And right now he's for just his name, it's ranked at 0 because it has nothing to do with what YouTube analytics have to say. So by just changing that wording and get that into the 50 percentile, you have a 50% better chance of somebody coming up there.
Yeah. Yeah. I like that because that title analytics that TubeBuddy gives you, You can go in there and tweak your titles, and you can watch that meter change. You can watch how strong that title is for YouTube to recommend it out. So I've had some where I put them in there and it's super weak. Well, now we were talking about branding. Stein North. When I created my channel, I was going to call it WTF for Wilderness Thriving Fundamentals. I thought WTF, that'll catch. We did some research on that. We wanted to see how is that going to pick up on Google. You type in WTF and you get a bunch of porns. And I'm going, that ain't going to get
That's why you use Safe Search.
So just literally on a wild hair, I did a Google search on Stein North. Well, I had created a YouTube channel, WTF, and one Stein North. And I figured I'll just pull down the one that isn't going to work. Stein North, you Google Stein North, guess who's at the top? Anywhere in the world. You type in Stein North, and boom, my YouTube channel's at the top.
It's the same for Skillz.
Right. Because there is another one. There's nothing that matches it, just you. And that's the tough thing is getting yourself to that point where if somebody's going to search for you, and we're all lazy.
Yeah.
Google it.
I Googled it. It's right there. Stein North is at the top.
Same thing you do with,
and Gemma Journey Grace is next to you.
Same thing is if you do rolling.
Because she has a boom for Stein North.
Yeah,
Rolling Homestead is.
I saw that, by the way. That was good.
Right up on the top when you type that in. If I go to Skillz, his is on the top. R5 Adventures.
You go to Premier Hell, I'm on the top. I'm the only one, I think, with Premier Hell as a YouTube channel.
I don't think anything else comes up on the page. It just Premier Hell, and then it's an empty page.
I do the same thing on my original channel. I got to start doing it with the live version, the live channel. But on Skillz, the original channel, I use Morning Fame. I don't know if you've heard of it or not, but it's to me, the best way to describe it is kind of a long-term YouTube for dummies type of thing, if that makes sense. It breaks things down very simply as far as what they are, what you need to do, and it does the same thing. It gives you scores on key search terms and things like that. It also tells you whether or not it's searchable both on YouTube and Google. But yeah, I need to do that more in my live channel.
See, the thing that you have, the guys got to reel to is tags are very, very important.
Yeah, your tag.
There's a reason why that there's 500 pieces per tag. So now if you guys go into your go on the top of YouTube and type in Kappa on the right now, since I made that video last night, it's on it, and I only have 127 views on there, but it's on the same page as the same person that has, what do they got? 210K, 12K, 2 million views. Your tags are so important. And having them tags in your title is what makes that channel stand out on Google's analytics. Yeah. So right today, like Skillz here, if I wanted to put my tag in there and I wanted to see Skillz live, I'd incorporate my title with Skillz because that name is that brand. People notices that brand. That's the key to making your channel stick out and have, when you can even, before you start your video, you can go and check out your title and punch it into Google or YouTube and see where it shows up to see if you want to tweak that or not. And that's if you don't. See, that's the cool thing about TubeBuddy is that it does it for you. But if you don't want to do that, you can actually just type it into Google and see where your idea pops up.
Yep.
See, the thing is you got to give Google enough information. Like it isn't going to put your content of your video out there. It doesn't do the voice to text, and it doesn't know what your video is about unless you tell it what your video is about. Right. So they can't find it unless you give it a reason to.
It's just like any computer. I used to love that in my line of work when my staff would come to me and go, well, the computer screwed up this report. And I go, no. It's the computer's input source that usually screws things up. and that's the same with Google. It's just like working on a computer. The computer's not going to make the mistake. It's who's putting in the data. And if we don't give Google enough data, they can't share. They're only sending out what we tell them to. So Mark's right. the better you tweak those tags, and sometimes the more tags you have, the better. I've got where I've had 80 tags on a single video. And
now there is actually a community guidelines. You cannot put false tags in your video. Like,
they have to be relevant.
They have to be relevant.
The other trick that
to be relevant under the guidelines, it can be a single comment that you make during a video. Within your video, a single comment, you can use that comment as a tag.
Well, that's
relevant as long as it's in that video someplace, you're allowed to use it.
Well, that's what I kind of did with my fan mail video the other day. If you notice how I titled it "A Fisherman's Tale," because we got that fisherman's log, and Mike actually read that excerpt about the fisherman's tale, and I'm like, might be more searchable than just saying fan mail.
True.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Here's another trick that you guys can use, and I've told other people this too. When you're uploading your video, if you make it through, like all my videos are made through CyberDirector, when that link or that video, make it the name of your title of your video that's going to be on YouTube, because YouTube analytics will if it comes up as a number, it will bury it, but if it is an actual title, it boosts you up or into the upper notches of things. So if I say right now Gil Skillz across the pond and I label that when I load it into YouTube, it automatically puts you in the next category. All the numbers are going to drop down to the bottom, the actual titles in YouTube. When you make that file, there's your difference right there. So
there's also extending on what you're saying right there is there's actually, like, when you can actually put metadata on your video. Metadata, you know what that is, right?
Yep.
It's like in a file, it tells you what the file's about. Like when you make a video, you can actually put the type. You could put your tags inside the video before you upload it, and YouTube will take that. Those in your video itself and use that also. So you can put it even in your video, and that is another place you can add it where it will look at it, even in your thumbnail. Because I was watching a video, I don't know what video it was, but it was a while ago, where they're saying even your thumbnail can have metadata. Like you can have, like, when you take a picture on your phone, it usually will have, unless you remove it, you strip the look, because even on your cell phone, it has like GPS data, it'll have that, but you can actually edit that type and make the specific, like say what the whole picture is about inside of the file itself. Like it doesn't have to just be in the just the name of the file.
Now, YouTube Beta, I'm not sure if YouTube Beta does this or the studio does this, but I know that the classic version does this, and it's something you could. Tags are dynamic; they're not stagnant. And what I mean by that is that what works for you 1 minute or one day may not necessarily work for you the next. So if you got like evergreen content or something like that, you want to check your tags every once in a while to make sure they're still working for you. And when you go into the Creator Studio, it'll tell you where you rank on YouTube search and Google search. If you have TubeBuddy, I think TubeBuddy does it, and vidIQ does it as well, if I'm not mistaken.
TubeBuddy will actually look and refresh your tags if you got it set that way. They'll look for what the top ranking is and what's going on. So,
and they'll give you suggested tags.
Yep.
And how they're ranked.
So right now, if I go on Stein North's video right now and I look at his tag name, that's the other thing too. When you guys put your tags in your video, make sure your name is the very first one you put in there. Because like now, if I put
mine at the end,
rolling,
I gotta fix my tags. I've got all my tags in Word documents. I've got tag groups for all the possibilities I could dream of that I'll be for content or streams. And I've got tag groups, and I've got those titled. So when I post something up, I go to my tag groups, find that group of tags for that type of video. I cut and paste that right into my tags when I'm uploading my video. I don't have to even worry about them because I've already built my tags way before I ever made the video. So
I'm so lazy. I haven't even posted a video. Oh, you got to go R5?
Yeah, I gotta go feed kids and stuff. Didn't think we'd be on for 2.5 hours.
I'm grateful that you did. I'm grateful that you stuck around.
Yeah.
It's always a pleasure, Crystal.
It's always a pleasure, and I didn't get to do last night where we did our stream, so I figured I'd jump on for a bit.
Makeup stream.
Yeah.
I gotta take off. I gotta go jump onto we're gonna start our prayer and fellowship stream on Sandy K's channel, so I gotta go start doing that. But I want to say thank you guys so much for letting me on here. Great to see you, buddy.
Great seeing you. You
too. You have a good one.
Thank you.
Take it easy, Mark.
You take care, you guys.
Later.
Again, Merry Christmas.
It was definitely an interesting stream, I'll say that. But thanks for having me, Gil. Thanks for hanging out, guys. It was fun.
All right. Take care.
Have a good day.
You too.
So yeah.
Here's something weird I found just while talking about Googling yourself. I found a website that also has my videos on it, and it has the comments of my YouTube videos on it, and it's really weird. It's called BR Key or something, and this is
yeah,
just.
I've seen that. I was wondering. It's like a clone of YouTube. It's weird.
Yeah,
it's,
it's weird, and it's linking to Lunchtime Shenanigans because it has my name in it. I've seen this before. It's some kind of knockoff YouTube, and they're basically stealing videos, I think. I'm not sure if people who watch your stuff on there will end up being views. What?
YouTube is such a giant. How do they even allow that to exist?
Exactly. I was wondering about that.
No, so you can allow, if you don't allow embedded videos on your channel, that wouldn't be possible because you cannot play if you don't allow it. Because there's two things you can do. There's two settings. One where you don't allow your videos to be played on devices that don't support ads. And then there's one setting where you can say embedding content, which means they can embed your video. Yeah, it's allowing embedding content.
Twitter or something like that.
Yeah, if you block the embedding, then they can't take your video somewhere else. They have to watch it right at your channel.
Well, I'm wondering if people watch on here, if that will actually get me views on YouTube. Probably just links.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about it unless you're really concerned about losing a tiny bit of like ad revenue.
Yeah.
Because honestly, it's not worth it for even us to even be concerned about it, to be honest.
See, a lot of those, when they embed your video, what they're doing is they're embedding the link to your video in YouTube.
Right.
And it's running on their page, but it's actually running through YouTube.
Right.
You're watching it on YouTube on their website. So, because that's what I had on my commercial website was I had all my videos from my YouTube channel.
Oh, YouTube actually owns this, according to Nikki Pink. Sorry.
Oh.
Well, see, and that's it is whoever owns that web page is probably making money off the fact that links up there, you know.
Roswell Studios, great to see you, bud. Hope life's treating you well today.
You called him Frostwolf. It's Firewolf now.
I'm always
Frostwolf.
What was it before Frostwolf? I
Firewolf. Sorry about that, bud. Yeah.
It's funny, but because he was Frostwolf, and then
that's what
he started to make a fire. He says, "I'm no longer cold. I'm hot. Let's go."
In the Warcraft lore, there's an orc clan called the Frostwolf clan. So that always reminded me. So no longer.
I'm going to rename my channel to Premier Heaven.
Yeah.
That'll throw everybody off.
Now, wait a minute.
Channel. Premier Heaven.
Just don't use that in your tags because it won't fit any of your
everybody else calls me Premier Help.
Premier Help.
I mean, I just have to change the last character to help.
Oh no, just put the P at the end. Leave the double L in there.
Yeah.
Premier Help.
We are streaming at P, by the way, guys. Just saying.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, it was
for another half hour, and then I'll call it good. I'm trying. My goal is 50 watch time hours. We're at 48.
Oh, cool. Yeah, a little bit longer, and you'll hit it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, hopefully Jason Childers is in here. Container Man is still freaking hanging out. He's been here forever, man.
Glad
Hey,
you
later,
stuck around,
Container Man.
We've had some pretty interesting topics today.
Oh yeah. That's why I waited, the calm after the storm to come sliding in. I come rowing into port right after the storm. Yeah.
I know
Calm
the
water.
conversation
Come in
was
on calm
making
water.
a few people uncomfortable, and I apologize for that.
Well, and that's it. Is that it's happened to all of us. It's happened to all of us. I've had some streams where I'm almost yelling at my panel. Shut up, all of you! Shut up! Nobody's having a good time. Shut up!
Yeah, you gotta have a good time. The host has got to be able to just, cheer everybody up. That's what I like to do. And Gil Skillz is always there to. I don't want to talk about that. That's
and Gil and I think Gil and I have had this conversation where it's tough. I know. I think Gil finds it tough too. It's tough for me to hit the mute button or throw somebody in the basement.
Same for me.
I don't want to just cut them off, because I don't do that in real life. I don't go, oh, well, you're boring now. Here's the door. Throw them out. I don't. So I can't do it on. I struggle with that. There's times where I should have booted people, not just throw them in the basement. You're blocked from the stream. You're done. I don't even want to talk to you. But I can't do it. I just can't get myself to do it.
Yeah, same here.
WI Diver, you guys are certainly more than welcome to come up. Scrapping Irish.
Anybody. I'll gladly take a break here. And I mean, you only got half an hour. Anybody you want to put me down in the basement anytime, Gil Skillz.
I mean, we've only got 4 people up here right now.
I know, but I mean, if everybody decides to come up, what if?
And Gil running for another half hour works great for me because by the time Gil's done, then I'm turning music on, and I'm going to get some work done.
That's one thing that I'm
having too much fun. I have too much fun on panels. I do. I have
better marriage, the StreamYard or Zoom with OBS, and because Premiere Hell is light years ahead of me when it comes to that. I want to learn more about that to make it a more interactive experience for everybody.
Yeah, I mean, we could definitely. I mean, if you need any help with any understandings of it, I mean, I plan on. I really. What if everybody starts coming after me trying to get knowledge, trying to help me? That's what the YouTube tutorials are at. Now, maybe I can explain it better or a different way.
Well, then you can change your name to Premier Help.
That's what I was trying to say. Everybody called me
Premier Help.
It worked. I mean, Premier Help cooler because that's my gamer tag, and I can't change my gamer tag.
That would be a great that would be a great playlist for you. Called
just a segment. Yeah, Premier's Help.
Yeah, like a series.
Premier Help. I need to make a dang tutorial, not a tutorial video. I need to make I keep saying I need to make my new intro video, and I've been working on it, but I keep getting distracted.
Hello,
Irish. Hi,
Irish.
How are things?
Good day, sir.
How is
Hey, Scrapping Irish, man, I know you. I be dropping your link all the time.
Good man. I appreciate
Back
that.
in the days. How are you doing?
Doing good today.
Good.
Good today.
And I've yet to catch your live streams. Did you live stream at all?
No, I'm going to start soon. I haven't done any yet.
See, that's what it is. I'd be so involved in the live streams. Like a lot of the people that I know and I'm subscribed to, because I'm still subscribed to you. Videos, I don't really watch unless they're tutorials and stuff. I don't really watch them that often.
I like the hash, Bill.
That's I'll be honest. I just don't watch a lot of videos. I'm like a live stream. I like to participate.
I love that.
I'm more into doing the videos. I don't do that much live, but I'm going to try and get more into lives. I need to get my watch hours up for a start. My watch hours I've only had about 1,000 watch hours I did, maybe 1,200. But I do more videos, and the videos probably aren't getting. I get about 100 views on average on the videos, but I don't seem to be getting as much watch time as I want to get on it. So I'm going to have to start doing a few lives.
Yeah.
You have
It'll
The
help.
watch time on videos is hard when you're starting out. The live streams are more interactive, and a lot of people will stay and hang out with you on live streams. I'm always watching live streams. I mean, I have to say that if you did a survey on what's the most watched content on YouTube now, I bet you live streams have more watch time on any other content on YouTube right now. I mean, that's just my opinion. I haven't looked it up, but
Probably.
I mean, it's just something that I feel feels right. Feels like it's Premiere.
I'm just gonna stick with videos where I don't show my face. I don't want to do live streams. I don't want to be with my face all over the internet. No.
I'm not appropriate.
Hey, Nikki.
Hey, Nikki.
Hello, Nikki.
I was like, hopefully you'll believe it's me.
How are you?
I was like, I don't want to show my face.
Good to have you here either way.
I'm not ready. I'm not decent.
That's okay.
But I'm here.
How's life treating you?
Oh my gosh, rough. Oh, I got a new microphone. It's just like Stye's, actually. I should call Stye and ask him how the hell to work this damn thing.
I know you called me up and said you were mad because you couldn't figure out how to get the damn microphone. You were telling me how you got it to work.
Okay, this is the issue. My stupid Mac is so freaking old that I plugged this stupid Mac. Oh, so I got it to work, right?
See, that's your problem. You got a Mac.
Yeah, that's the main problem.
Yeah,
I know.
That was my first.
But I couldn't download a program on this stupid computer to actually use the damn microphone. So I got to looking around on my Mac, and I actually had an old program on there for my music that's called GarageBand. And I was like, hell yeah.
Oh, I know that.
So, you know that program?
Yeah, I've heard of it. I know some people who use
old.
it. Yeah.
It's super old. So it works. I was like, hell yeah. And it sounds good. I was like, hell yeah. Now how the hell do I get it from the GarageBand onto YouTube?
Hey, Scrap and Iris, smile.
That's the only issue.
Smile, man. Smile.
I'm trying to read the chat.
I make him nervous.
Videos. I'm new to this game. You're used to it. I'm here like looking over for chat. I'm looking for this, seeing what's happening.
I have to say, I'm really honored that you decided to come up on panel, Scrap and Irish.
I'm honored. Let me up on the panel, Gil. I've been watching your videos for years.
And by the way, Nikki Pink, there's not a single person on this panel that's old. Just saying.
Old.
Yeah.
Oh, not at all.
I'm older than Nikki by 1 or 2 hours.
I'm older than all of you combined, probably.
Yeah,
I went to Romania at some point, somewhere in 1743, and then I stopped aging.
Well, that's because they converted into dog years. That's probably why.
There you go.
All right, that's it. Yeah.
Well, at least, Ralph, you don't have people coming on your show saying, you know, I visited Egypt last month and I saw a picture of you, Sty, on one of the pyramids. It was a picture of a kindergarten class and you were one of the students.
So you guys want to hear a fun fact? So I was supposed to go live a couple days ago and yesterday and the day before and stuff. And you guys want to know the real secret why I couldn't go live?
Sure.
My makeup was delayed in the mail.
Oh, yeah, no way.
It came last night.
No way.
Hey, Nikki, all you need to do is listen. Nikki, all you need to do is just buy a new computer, and then you can just put the filter on, like
No, but that's not me.
I want to see. You know what?
Just film from here down. Everybody will be okay.
I'm gonna do a stream where I run my I'm gonna run Zoom through my laptop so I can run it through the Elgato where I can put I can run you guys through the snap camera filter.
Oh.
So I'll be able to
He's trying to become me.
No, I'll be able to come. I mean, the only thing is I can't use snap camera for myself if I do that.
Freaks me out. Use that mask, by the way. Just say it.
I know. You and me both. Hey, did you see when I actually put the filter on of the dude?
What dude?
I look just like Premiere.
No, shut
Oh
up.
my God.
I
It
didn't
was
see it.
crazy. Except for I had hair. Like I had like a beard. Like it gave me like a little like shadow.
That's
But
right.
yeah, I look like Premiere when he doesn't shave. It was so crazy.
Well, you
I was like, oh my God.
you know, you'd have the nice little goatee beard. Or whatever.
You know what? Only reason I don't keep a goatee anymore was back in my younger days. I used to have a goatee like almost, well, not
Ew.
even. Skillz never had it. I mean, I never had it as long as Skillz, but I had one that went down. It was long enough where somebody can grab onto it. So when you get into a fight to protect yourself, that don't get chin checked. Just long hair is the worst thing when it comes to protecting yourself. You know, I try to avoid
Oh,
I avoid
yeah.
all it back in the days, but when you get somebody, that's why it's like I don't want out. The hair was really hard. Once it gets to a certain point, it itches really bad for me. So it's like, and then long hair, I got so many damn cowlicks, it's retarded. But that's the only reason back in the day.
Me too.
Having somebody grab you by the chin hair is not fun.
You get into a fight, somebody start a fight, you say, hold on just a second, all right? I'm just gonna.
Hey, Spicy.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it now. Fight.
Okay, a little no unknown secret is Stike has had his brawling days with a long beard. I'd have some, to me, it, you don't pull hair in a fight.
I thought that's
You
where
pull
you were
hair,
going to
you're
say
just
this
a-
was
Yeah,
our
but-
story
right?
thing.
Honor thing.
And
Dude,
guys would get me by my big old beard like that, and I loved it because that brought me within their arm's reach. Boom, boom, hang on to it.
Grab it.
Exactly. But you know what's really crazy is when you get in a fight and people are fighting with their fingers in your eyes.
That's
People,
it.
I mean,
Stay
there's
away
no
from
such
the
thing
eyes.
as a fair fight. And when you're mad at somebody and people are fighting, it's who wins the fight. It's not.
That's it.
how
That's
you
why if
win.
they grab me by the beard, to me, that's it's I got a beard. It's fair game. But here's the real secret. This is not too many years ago. I had two big sons of a logger I know decided they're gonna show the old man what's what in the bar. And I told them, okay. And I had a mug of beer, about half drank. I popped my teeth out, dropped them in that mug of beer, and I turned around. I said, bring it on, boys. Bring it on. And both of them started backing up. And I said, I'm not going to lose $2,000 worth of teeth tonight. But you guys, you're going to need them when I'm done with you. And they both said, no, we're good. We're good.
You can't knock my teeth out. Let me take
in
them out.
my beer mug. They're just like, oh, this boy's serious, man. We can't hurt him hitting them in the mouth. Yeah, I got a big.
I don't think I could fight anybody that pop their teeth out first. I think.
I mean,
You can't lose them if you ain't got them.
Okay, let's go.
Stike kind of reminds me of Master Roshi from the Dragon Ball series. If anybody knows that. That was like basically the old trainer, kind of like the Mr. Miyagi of the series.
Okay.
In the end of everything, if you can avoid a fight, if you there's no reason to fight because it never solves anything. Every time I got in a fight back in the days, it never solved anything. We all walked away with bruises on our face, or
Everybody had their regrets, right?
Yeah, you always walk away and nothing was ever solved, and 90% of the time, if I won, all the chicks were on the guy that I beat up. I was like, damn it, man. That's not what I wanted. All the chicks are over on you now, But it was all fun. Most of the time, it was just kind of like we were just, it was nothing other than, damn, I got the big one. And you get puffed up with a little bit of pride, like I can fight. Wow, I can fight. But technically, it doesn't even matter. It's avoiding it. It's
Premier, I learned the hard way, and my grandfather taught me that one. I was insistent, I'm not going to lose a fight. I'm not going to lose a fight. But man, I'd come home, I'll beat the crap, But I won. I won. And then my grandpa pulled me to the side, and he goes, "You and your fighting," he says, "I got something to teach you." And he bitch slapped me across the head, put me right on the ground, and I got up, and he got me on the other side, and he just kept knocking me down. Every time I got up, he says, "Boy, this lesson's going to go on to you learn how to get beat up. Sometimes those fights aren't worth winning, and you got to just say, I'm down for the count, and walk away. He says that tomorrow everything's good. He says, but you come home a winner, and he says for 4 days you're limping around and nursing a busted lip. He says you got to learn how to get beat up before you can learn how to win a fight. So,
exactly. You cannot play a game unless you're ready to lose.
Exactly. Yep.
So we got 3 scrappers on the panel right now. We got 3 scrappers. Scrap and Irish, you got any projects that you're going to be doing in the near future?
I'm actually in the middle of a video that'll be available tomorrow, so you'll have to wait and see what I'm working on.
Fair enough. We can definitely.
It's a surprise.
That's a surprise for tomorrow, P. So if you hold on a second, I'll give you a little taste, Robert. Give me a second.
Oh boy!
I watched his last one when he was stripping down the surround sound system, and I was over at my boys, and I'm looking at his, and I'm just drooling.
I have a 100-watt amplifier. I'm going to be just.
I'm back. It involves, if I can get them to the camera, these little gold phone bits.
Ooh!
Wow. That looks like a 4-leaf clover.
You'll have to have a look at that tomorrow. Hopefully, be edited by tonight and up by tomorrow. Hopefully.
Nice.
But we'll see how it goes.
For some reason, I'm craving Lucky Charms. I don't know why.
I wonder what the answer to do with these.
Or a beer.
Or a beer.
I don't have any more beer either.
Maybe a beer and a fight. A beer and a fight.
There you go. There's perfect combination right there. Scrap and Irish, have you seen the sign, the logo that Ralph Morick made for me?
No, I haven't. No.
I'll let me show it to you. And Ralph he's got a video. It's about 30 minutes long.
It was a big project, so
he made he shows him making it from start.
The whole process, yeah.
I'll get it.
I figured he'd have it hanging by now.
I might change my name to Premier Help.
Anything I can get. Well, I'm still working on the little things in the office before I start.
I know.
But let me go ahead and present myself here real quick.
Yep. Make it big.
There we go.
There you go.
Oh, that looks good.
I have to say that he did a lot of work on that, man.
That's sweet. That is so sweet.
He melted down the aluminum and the brass and created the GNS from scratch from Pepsi cans, which he knows I love drinking Pepsi.
Yep.
And I mean, it doesn't get much better than this. It really doesn't.
Yeah.
He hand drew that in pencil.
Yep.
I love this thing.
Amazing.
From one,
I have to say,
I'm sure I figured you'd appreciate that.
Oh, that's amazing! Like the amount of time and effort it takes to do something like that.
I think I started in early August, and I did have some setbacks here and there because I think for the Aluminium G I had 7 attempts before it finally came out right. Because there was a lot of bubbling and the mold didn't fill completely and all kinds of different setups. And
I thought you said second in the video, but it was
7th attempt. 7th attempt. Yeah, the music was probably too loud because I also had some editing issues, but I wasn't saying that much important anyway. But yeah, it was a long process and it was a lot of fun.
So is mine going to be just as fun, Ralphie?
I don't know.
You know you want to make a Nikki Pink one. Come on.
Knew that was coming.
I want an
you need to
I want big old lips in the middle.
I don't want. I mean, unless you're going to have fun making mine. No, you know, I mean,
you wanted a scratch coin or something. I need to have like a pattern for a coin that I can make a mold out of.
I made my coin already, actually. If you watch my videos, I premiered it.
I must have missed that. I am at your live stream
actually, that video that he made was really good. It looked like an advertisement. So when you go in there, try not to skip the video because it's not an ad.
Shut up! It was a good one.
Thank you.
Did you watch my video?
It was good though.
Container 68. Thank you for reminding me. Ralph also made me some Twinkie ingots.
Oh yeah,
Twinkies. That's cool.
Oh wow! Hey, can you take a bite out of that? Where's the cream filling?
It's filled with molten copper.
Is there center filling on that for real? Is there copper filling in there?
No, that would be cool, but
that would be
awesome. You know, you
but
think about it.
You would never be able to find it unless you like cut it in half with like an angle grinder.
Well,
he already broke his teeth on it.
I'd have to cut one in half, and
Yeah. You think about it, Gil. You think that thing going down is going to be rough?
Wait until it comes out.
I wouldn't want to even imagine.
Right.
Passing an aluminum blinky. No, thank you.
So scrapping Ralph, dude. What do you do? You harvest like the materials too?
Harvest. Yes, I'm scrapping right now. I got a little bucket full of brass bits.
He's definitely a harvester.
And I got all kinds of copper.
It looks like a chicken dinner. I couldn't tell.
I know, right? Looks like chicken.
Hold on, copper balls there.
Let me.
So I got a lot of stuff here, as you can probably see. Wait, this way, there. As you can
you
probably
got the munchies, you got the Pringles out.
Yeah,
he does
Pringles
all that
cans.
scrapping so that he's got somewhere to store.
I fill these with like little components because these all have like silver in them. And where did I put the other one? There's a whole lot of stuff.
That's smart.
Yeah, I use these as content. These have like golden fingers and cards in them. This is actually a pretty interesting one. See? It's just all gold flashing from a weird remote. I don't know.
See, a lot of people don't realize that stuff that's on computer boards that looks gold, it really is gold. It's just gold plated, and it's to prevent.
It's gold flashing. Yeah,
I use
Maxwell Mousse. What's that?
And it's to help conductivity, and it's to prevent. There's a reason why they put the gold on there, and I can't exactly remember it, but there's a word in the technical.
Gold doesn't oxidize.
Yeah, it's right. Not as conductive as copper, but it doesn't oxidize. That's it right there. Yeah. Oxidize. It doesn't oxidize.
Gold doesn't oxidize indeed, and it has a very high conductive property.
Yeah. It's almost as conductive as it's not as conductive as copper, but it also it has different properties that are way beneficial for certain characteristics of electricity. I can't remember there's other
when using millivolts and microvolts and having really tiny like 1/10 of a hair thickness of gold, it becomes like super conductive compared to copper.
Right.
And that's why the inside of microchips and CPUs are always gold.
That it was more conductive.
Yeah, it's actually technically not more conductive. When I looked it up on Google and I did it, and I was like, well, gold's not. Copper, and then there's one I think that is very rare, but there's two right next to each other. And I can't remember if copper is pretty much the most conductive material out there, but it corrodes.
Yeah,
it gets, and then once it gets that corrosion on it, it will become less conductive. Like you ever see when you plug it in, and they use a lot of brass. Brass is very conductive also. Aluminum's not very. It has a lot of resistance, but those are actually properties that electronics need. It's those certain type of
alloys.
Yeah, alloys that they have different properties that help control the current and make it more manageable for the diodes and stuff.
Power outlets, the connections in there are usually brass, and brass is a combination of copper and zinc, which makes it a lot harder and very much more resistant to tarnishing and rusting and oxidation and stuff. And the conductiveness is just about the same as copper. So that's usually why they use brass, especially really, pins that constantly have to click, like in relays. Usually those are brass, and the contact points are silver, and those are the ones that I also collect. Where did I put them?
Yeah, silver's I think silver's the only one that might be a little bit copper.
I'll catch you all later.
I think it's silver.
Taking off, Irish.
Good to
see you. Stopping by, bud. Seriously.
Later, bye.
Take it easy, guys.
Bye.
Looking forward
later
to tomorrow.
Later.
They're like a tiny little copper blob that's on top of a brass pin, and the layer on top is silver, and that's actually quite a thick layer on there sometimes because it has to click constantly, and every time it clicks, you get a tiny spark, and that usually.
So I learned something new today. I mean, everything that you said today, Premier Hill, makes sense in terms of the gold casing. It protects the copper underneath from oxidizing. It makes sense.
Yep.
That's the main thing, yeah.
It's pretty much that's all. I think that's the only reason why, but there's also other characteristics of gold, and I was going to Google it because I can't remember off the top of my head.
I think functioning under certain temperatures, it becomes superconductive. Something about that.
I didn't know that either.
It's like I hate it when I can't remember something, and I don't like to talk like I know everything because I don't.
and the melting point of gold is actually just about the same as copper. Copper melts at 1085 Celsius, and gold at 1065 Celsius, I think.
So I was right. It's pure silver. It goes. This is the list right here, and it's on allmetalslab.com. I'm just looking it up. I came up and it gives you this list shows the conductive order of some commonly used metals and alloys based on equal sizes. I don't know. Maybe it's not in the right order, but it goes pure silver, copper, pure gold, aluminum, zinc, nickel, brass, bronze, iron, platinum, steel, lead, and stainless steel.
Illuminanium.
It's gotta be true. It's on the internet.
Yep, there you have it.
No, but it's not. I don't think it's not the one that I was looking for because it really has. There's one that actually has like.
I made a song for you, Ralph.
Oh, here it is.
You did?
It's Illuminanium. Ralphie's Illuminanium. He's the scrapper with the gal. The Illuminanium.
Now this one's in the right. This one's in the actual right order. Which metal conducts electricity best? Now this is it. Pure silver is the best conductor. It goes silver, copper, gold, pure. But it goes, this is the conductivity percentage, and it tells you right here on this. And now how accurate everything on the internet is, who knows? But it says 105% conductivity. All I know is there's no such thing as 105% in reality. You know what I mean?
Well, compared to something else, maybe.
No, unless you compare it with something else, but there's no such thing as if there's 100%, that's the whole pie.
Yeah.
Pie. You can't go 100, you can't get something out of nothing.
If something conducts better than something else, and the part that conducts less, you say this is 100%, we use as a standard, then the thing that conducts better has a higher percentage.
Oh.
I guess.
Well, they consider, in my opinion, then you'd have to change that down. You'd have to go backwards on the other one because 100% is the whole conductive area, and there ain't nothing without resistance. You can't go 100 miles silver, pure silver, and not lose voltage or amps. You're going to lose it. You can't send a signal over the only thing that doesn't have resistance is light.
Light doesn't have a resistance?
Well, that's why it doesn't have
fiber optics.
That's why fiber optics is so widely used now.
Oh, I mean, if you just place a wall, the light doesn't really go through now, does it?
Well, the air is the only resistance of light. Without air, it's just like you drop a feather in a vacuum container, it falls just as fast as a rock.
Without air, you wouldn't have Nikki Pink. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, that's true.
You wouldn't be alive. So
I'm full of hot air.
Aluminum is right below. I didn't even realize it, but right below gold is aluminum. But it goes 105, 170, and 63. So you lose
a little lesson, and it has to do with scrapping, and it also has to do with metals and conductivity. I had 80 acres in northwestern Montana that I got on a lease, and the deal on the lease was they had a lot of greenhouses. It had its own water turbine, electric. Everything was operated by electric, and the property had been abandoned. The deal was I go in, clean up all the old buildings that had collapsed, and get all of the cabling out of the ground. Well, I had a old Macy Ferguson backhoe, and I went up there, and here's all these cables sticking out of the ground, right? Them buggers were almost 1.25 inches around.
Yeah.
Very light casing, actually, around them. And they were in an aluminum alloy core. They had a total of 24 strands in each one of them. And I could tie one of those around the bucket of my backhoe and rip up 1/4 mile of that cable out of the ground.
Oh yeah.
I ended up with just shy of a ton of aluminum cable out of the ground. And I asked them, now, why in the world would you have used aluminum cable for your...
Imagine if they had to use copper for that surface area. That would have been so expensive.
Like 5 times.
There was 2 reasons they gave me. There actually, I had to talk to the engineers as to what I could and couldn't tear out of the ground. And the engineers, I asked them, why did you go with aluminum? Was it because of the cost? And they said at the time, copper was low enough that they possibly could have used copper, but they said for one thing, aluminum dissipates heat much faster than copper does.
Yeah, that's why
and they said
computers
so we can go with a lighter casing on it, and that's why it's in the ground. They said because of the thermal qualities of the ground, those cables stay cool no matter how much load they put on them.
Yeah.
I said, you gotta be kidding me. They said, if we ran
this is funny. Copper
depth,
and aluminum
you'd
are
have a
very similar.
melted path. You'd see a melted path in the winter going to that power station out to every one of those units because of the heat that cable would be putting out.
Yeah.
They said that aluminum, the ground temperature and the fact that aluminum will dissipate that heat, they said you don't see that effect. So there's so many different reasons for determining conductivity.
See, I was
Some
right.
things you don't want it to be so conductive. You want that resistance in it.
Best example of that principle. This is on a CPU of a computer that gets really hot. The center is copper, which absorbs the heat, and the aluminium spreads the heat out.
Yep.
And the fan keeps the aluminium cool. That's
Exactly.
basic principle of how these things work.
Yep.
Well, let's listen to this. This is because I was always like, copper is always like, because when it comes to copper and it comes to aluminum on heat sinks, the only reason why I could see why you'd want to use, copper gets that it gets that, what do you call that, corrosion kind of really quick. It clutters up and that reduces the heat. Right. It can't dissipate it right after a period of time. Have you ever seen the copper? Like if you have a penny, a penny, like just regular, these aren't even half the pennies you find really copper. There ain't any copper in these damn pennies. Only the old pennies like have real copper in them.
Copper is not magnetic, but yeah. Why does this?
I know, right?
Right.
Copper is not magnetic, neither is aluminum or even silver. I don't even think is magnetic. Yeah, silver and stainless steel is not magnetic.
No.
Only iron and real steel is magnetic.
Yep.
But for the conductivity, because they would sell these, you wouldn't buy. When you make a heat sink, you buy a heat sink, and it says, aluminum is better only because it requires less maintenance. If it gets corroded and gets a whole bunch of dust on it, it collects that thing. And once it's not showing up, you got to polish it all the time, and copper. But aluminum, you don't. It doesn't get that thing, and that might be another. It does dissipate heat, but it says right here thermal. I just looked it up because I was curious because I bought a.
See, the one thing that people don't realize too is with copper oxidation. Eventually, the copper's gone.
That's what it's called, oxidation. It gets oxidized.
We find arrowheads that are 600 to 900 years old up here in my region that the Native Americans made out of the copper mines that they were mining 600 to 900 years ago, and they'd harvest that copper and they'd make arrowheads. And there's times we'll find perfect arrowheads, and all it is a green impression in the clay. Try to
the rest is gone.
It's going to just crumble. It's just the copper is technically gone.
Right.
All you're seeing is the oxidation of that copper. Copper does not last forever, but you can find aluminum from the day they started using it, and you're not going to find any of that. You'll find that you'll find discoloration, but it's not going away.
We've had a lesson today in metallurgy.
Yep. Yeah, we did, didn't we?
It was actually pretty cool to talk about.
Yeah.
We've just made it past the 3-hour mark. I think I'm going to go ahead and end the stream so I can go grab something to eat.
It says right here, aluminum only has 60% the thermal conductivity that copper does.
Yep.
That's 1 point for copper. 1 point. 1 point. But copper is, aluminum. But for copper, it's just it's really cost.
Yeah.
In most cases, yeah.
In most cases, it is, yeah.
All right, guys. Well, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you so much for being a part of the stream. And
you too.
Tomorrow for lunchtime shenanigans or in one of anybody's upcoming live streams.
I'll be live tonight. Whoop whoop. Premiere, you better not go live over me.
I can't wait to go live right before you do.
I know.
There, guys.
Hey, Ralphie, check out my video.
I will.
Later, Sty. Later.